Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. Coming off solid performance to start the week yesterday. North American markets back in positive territory once again this morning, looking to extend these gains that we saw to start the week on Monday. Coming off their worst weekly performance since back in June. U.S. markets kicked off the new week yesterday with solid gains. The NASDAQ leading the way, up 1.5%. We had the Dow and S&P both up about 1% to start the week on Monday. Sentiment got a boost from positive momentum on the vaccine front. We had AstraZeneca coming out saying they were resuming their vaccine trial over in the UK. That kind of got things going to the upside yesterday. Tesla shares back on the move once again this morning. Big move higher yesterday. We'll have a look at Tesla stock. We had August Chinese deliveries. Positive number there. We'll talk about that coming up. Citigroup getting a little bit of a boost, lifting the rest of the banking sector this morning. They increased their current quarter guidance. Big sell-off yesterday we'll touch on as well. And Nikola, we have to have a look at. SEC investigating Nikola's business practices. It is Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. Markets from the overnight session. You can see Australia, Japan at the top there, the only ones in negative territory. Let's go over to Europe and see how things are shaping up so far. Nicely positive here, top to bottom. Right across the board, pretty much 1%. We'll shift over to North America next and have a look at how things are looking heading towards the open here. 1% for the NASDAQ, leading the way once again as far as U.S. markets are concerned. 0.8% for TSX futures here in Toronto. Brazil's open trading up about 1%. Bitcoin, nice move today, 2% to the upside. Both crude oil and gold in positive territory as well. Good morning, guys. Busy one to start once again. Here we go. Nikola. There was kind of rumors of this floating around late in the day yesterday, the SEC stepping in saying they are indeed going to have a look at some of the issues that were raised in that short seller report that came out last week.
Yeah, I mean, in what might be the most gangster move of all time, Nikola saying, we'll go to the SEC on you. So, look, this story is not going away anytime soon. Obviously, you're going to see Nikola come back in. We saw the support that it had going into that previous low, so certainly worth a watch if it gets down below that $30 mark. What goes down? One goes down, one goes up. Of course, Tesla approaching. It actually broke 440, so that 2,200 price adjusted. That's going to be a big level to watch. It's Apple Day, guys. 1 o'clock, they're going to have their presentation, and this week is only going to get better when we have Snowflake IPO tomorrow. So lots to get to. A couple of things there that'll be after show. But no short of action during the show here, Sean.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready for tomorrow with Snowflake. Hopefully that can open up during the show, and it's the largest software IPO of all time. So that should be a good one. That's coming tomorrow, Snowflake. We're going to look at NVIDIA today. Look, Nikola, Mary Barra from GM, of course, CEO over there, came out and claims to have done her due diligence, and they like Nikola. They're standing by it as well. So we'll be trading Nikola today. Needless to say, here it is here, down 7%. So it was a nice run yesterday. We made probably a few too many trades yesterday. Still a positive stock, but we'll see if we can find you some key levels today, Brendan.
All right, guys, let's have a look at how traders here at Day Trade the World fared yesterday to start off the new week here. Guys, we can jump into my screen here, and we'll have a look at the top 10 traders here from Day Trade the World. Nice numbers once again, 5 figures, top to bottom for the most part. Mostly U.S.-based. Got to go down to number 4 here to find some European markets coming in. Helsinki, Milan, Vienna, and Germany there. 13,000. More European action here as well. 11,000 down at number 7. So another great day. Look at the BOVESPA down there. I just saw that. BOVESPA, some Canadian content. The CSE down there at number 8. So another great day for traders here at Day Trade the World. Here's a look at what's coming up a little bit later on this morning. We have another great video coming your way about how to exit winning trades and maximize those profits. This has been requested a number of times, so we did a nice little 15-minute or so discussion on how to maximize your profits and how to exit winning trades. So that's coming up a little bit later in the show, about 11:45. Valeria, we'll have the link for you in the chat. Speaking of Miss V, let's go over to the desk and say good morning to her.
Good morning, Brandon, and hello, everyone. I wish you're excited about this trading day as much as we are. Please share the link with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and smash the like button. Back to you, Brandon.
All right, I have one more very exciting button to push on my little control panel here. We'll throw up this board, and guys, we're very excited to coming up on Thursday at 11:45. Yeah, Joshua Jackson and Daniel Cruz from Liquid Media Group going to be swinging by to have a discussion about a Liquid Media Group, the only Canadian production company listed on U.S. markets. It's YVR, if you want to have a look at the stock, YVR down on the NASDAQ. So Joshua Jackson, guys, coming by on Thursday. So that's going to be exciting. Let's jump into what is moving around in the pre-market here. We'll touch on Tesla. First off, we had China delivery numbers that came out for August, better than expected for Tesla, 11,722 units. That was up from about 11,600 the month before. So a little bit of an uptick here once again this morning, guys, after that impressive move we saw yesterday.
Yeah, it was a great breakout trade yesterday. A couple of good ones. We gave some levels for those breaks and a continuation in the afternoon. We're 1 week away from Battery Day. That 440 is going to be that 2,200 split adjusted price. Keep in mind the all-time high just above that 500. I mean, I'm not saying we necessarily get there. We have to start watching some of those split adjusted price levels as we move to the upside. And the first one is going to be that 4,400, guys. Oh, sorry, 440 price. If it can hold above there, there is a 450 level, so it's more of a scalp trade. On a dip, I'm all over 420 if we get anywhere close to it and catch any kind of a bounce. I'm not thinking that's incredibly likely, however, but that was my downside area that I'm watching for.
Yeah, here's a 10-minute chart here. Look, I mean, Tesla, there could be a lot of haters on Tesla, and there's a lot of questions about the valuation there, but all the news that keeps coming out is just great news. I mean, here you have another one today coming out with the deliveries, and yeah, we're right back to where we belong. And I called that we'd be back to 500 by Battery Day, and it's not even a thing really anymore. It looks like we're going to get there. All-time high is let me get it exactly here, 503-ish. That's not exactly 503-ish. But so we're getting up there. This is a 10-minute chart. I just want to show you the nice epic run that's been happening since that bottom of 330 here. And yeah, like Neil mentioned, there was a question here from Matt Murphy here, and thank you so much. We did also answer your other question, and you're looking to buy calls here at 415 if it fails. What are we going to do here? So let's have a quick look at Tesla again. Look, the bottom 435. If you can get anywhere back to 420, that's fantastic. This little bottom wick here of 410 at the top. Again, another fantastic spot. I think it holds this. You see some, I mean, again, a 10-minute chart. So you see some consolidation here between 4 and 410. I believe this is a nice little level that we could hold for sure. If you crack below 400, then it's going to be trouble to go. But right now, 440, we're back all the way back to the upside. Tesla's a cult stock. Everybody knows that. So coming into Battery Day, I brought up Battery Day like 2 months ago as a big catalyst for this, even before the split. So get ready to rock and roll for Battery Day. It's coming September 22nd. There's going to be huge news from them coming through there. But I just wonder, Matt, there, as you asked the question about the options, I just wonder if it's going to be a sell the news type of thing and buy the rumor. It's not a rumor, but you buy the rumor and then sell the news. So I just wonder if sort of everybody's hoping for Battery Day to be this big thing. And it will be a big thing. It's just, can it be one of those things where they possibly under-deliver? Let's see what Mr. Elon Musk has up his sleeve, Brendan.
All right, guys, let's go to Nicola next here. Yeah, big move down. Bloomberg Aftermarket yesterday came out and reported that the SEC will indeed launch an investigation into some of these business practices that were mentioned in the Hindenburg report and then backed up by a few other that we mentioned over the past couple of days, few other short sellers as well. So officially under investigation here by the SEC, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that we're going to have to watch for in terms of levels. You can see when it got squeezed yesterday to the upside, you do have this 37 level. There was some nice consolidation before rollover at that price. So that's away on the radar. But you got to look right here to like 32, about 3260 to 3280. It's more of a range that I have. On the way up, there was some support at that price. It was a previous support if you go back earlier on in the month. So if that level breaks, I'm probably going to be jumping into the short selling going. If you are doing shorts, just keep in mind, with large short positions that have been put on this stock, you can see squeezes. That's why you have to alert to a 37 area. But the first breakdown is right around that 32.75, and we've seen what happened when it tried to get below that 29 mark, that previous low since it came public under the symbol. Look, it broke down below that pre-market, but was all buying after the market opened, and then 28.75 was a hard turn back to the upside. Watch for that to be support, and if there's another flush.
Yeah, I like 32.50 in Nikola here. That's this top right here. So 32.50, we're going to break that. We'll go short. And then you got to sort of watch out for this bottom, 31. I think if you can go short 32.50 and I can catch that down here to 31, just before 31, I think that's great. I mean, I don't think we're going to come anywhere near 29 today. I actually look for it to break upside, and that upside would be right here, $34. So, I mean, it's $1 one way or the other from here. It's going to be a mover today. I think Nikola is going to be, like I said, I haven't bought any more shares. I have to find my price, but it's around $35, $36 or so on Nikola. So we'll wait. $34 long I like, and I like $32.50 to the short side. Let's see if those pay off.
All right, guys, here we go with NVIDIA next. Another 3% on top of the big move we saw yesterday following the news. They picked up UK-based ARM for $40 billion. They came out aftermarket, interestingly, a little addition to this story, and said that they fully plan on leaving ARM headquartered over in the UK, which was a nice little add-on to this deal as well. But another 3% here for NVIDIA today, guys.
It's just, yeah, exactly. It's just NVIDIA getting themselves into everything. I mean, ARM Holdings is absolutely monstrous. And yeah, it looks to continue that way. I mean, who thought that they would pay that much for ARM and then still yesterday be up 7%, up another 3% today? They've already made back what they've paid for it in market cap. So ARM Holdings is going to be a fantastic move for them. NVIDIA just, solidifying that they want to be the king of this GPUs and processing chips, everything. I would love to get this back down to 520. That's kind of the spot that I looked at here. I know it's $10 away, and it's kind of a hope that it gets down there, especially with the NASDAQ now up 1.3%, market ripping right now. But 520 is a great one. And then you did have the high yesterday, ticked out right off the open here at 9:45. We were part of this trade, but 532 is the high. So I think we're going to crack that like right now. So that's going to be a problem. But you do have VWAP back here on a 3-minute at 529. So let's just try to catch this in the mid 520s if we can do it, and then I'll take the top if it breaks, 532.
Yeah, I'm actually looking to see if there's a break of that 522 bottom on the way back up. Feels like a good play on the buy the dip. I was actually having this conversation with a trader yesterday. Some of these little bottom breaks, if it goes through, you don't give up on the trade because it might come back and retake that level, and that might actually be the better long. 532, I'm staying away from the top end break. The breakout was a sloppy trade yesterday. There were better opportunities. You could have won, but there were certainly better opportunities in something like an NVIDIA for a dip buy.
Okay, guys, so we haven't talked about the travel group in quite some time. Let's have a look at Carnival Cruise out this morning with preliminary Q3 results. They're set to actually report coming up on the 24th of this month. But they said results obviously don't look good because of the pandemic. The interesting little note in the report that came out this morning was second half 21 cumulative advanced booking capacity that is still for sale. It was actually less than expected. So people, it looks like, are booking cruises coming up in the second half of next year, guys.
Yeah, and if you want another piece of possible positive good news, just look at this 1705 to 1720 going back to basically the start of the month. It's only been a couple of weeks, but you do see nice bounces off that level. Of course, on this early sort of report, I mean, they're not, like you said, official numbers not coming out yet, but bounces off that 17 area. I like this for support. It's 1705, and 1720. That 20-cent range has had significant bounces off of it. So look to defend that price on Carnival. Of course, that's going to mean if we break 17, I will slip into a short, at least give it a shot on this somewhat negative news here. So those lows we're watching on Carnival, once again back on the radar. I feel like it's been a while since I traded Carnival. It's probably only been a week, though.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Daryl. If you're watching Daryl right now, let us know what you're thinking here on Carnival. I know you like this name. I really like this name today. I think 1750 here as a bottom. We could easily break that. Oh, I have this up here. I wanted to show you Carnival. It's small. There's really nothing on here. We're going to talk about IPOB in a second. But Oracle, not Oracle. There's Oracle. Where's CCL? It was just here. So it's not even on the list anymore. So CCL was about 100,000 shares. There it is. 99,000 shares to sell. So basically a nothing burger here on CCL today. So we'll wait to see where that wants to go from here. But yeah, 17 has been a huge protection spot down here. We'll just keep playing off that 17, and I like it. Not off the very open, but if we could put some orders down here, 17, 15, wherever, just protecting this bottom, I think we'll be okay.
All right, guys, the next one here. Citigroup, number 3 on that list on the imbalance locator there. Citigroup, big move down yesterday. There was a report that came out that suggested that regulators might be punishing Citigroup for not updating or improving their current risk management system. They then came out this morning and increased their current quarter financial outlook. So a little bit of a mixed catalyst here, to say the least, this morning. Both Morgan Stanley and Wells Fargo also downgrading the stock as well, with price target decreases, guys.
I mean, the thing is, they have that new CEO coming through, the first female CEO in the banking sector. So congratulations to her. Her name is slipping my mind right now. But Citigroup right now is a 232,000 share bid. So someone likes it. I was going to go hella long on this thing today. That's CCL still. However, we did get those 2 downgrades, and I do not like when that's happening. So obviously you get a little bit of a bump back up here today on some of those good forward statements, but then we get downgraded. So we still got to look for this. Check the daily chart. This is why I like Citigroup, and I was debating putting some of my money. Oh, okay. Well, here's the daily chart, not working because there's this thing here. But let me just pull.
I got it right here. I can show it to you. I think you're probably.
Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to talk about this like nice support, 47.50 bouncing. It's a nice little channel that it's making.
Yep.
We're like $1 away from that price. So I was sort of looking at the same thing and hoping to be able to buy off that level, but it's about $1 away from that bottom.
Yeah, 47, exactly. It's in a range, and it's trying to break out. So it's trying to break lower right now. And if you check the daily chart here, I mean, Neil just had it there for you as well. But this is what I'm talking about just on another chart here. This is the daily. You have the bottom here, 50. We've broken through. Now we're at 47.50. The next bid is a little bit of consolidation down here. So 48 and change yesterday, 48.20. I like Citigroup long. The only problem, like I said, are those downgrades. So let's see how the market feels about those downgrades. And if they buy this stock, then I'm in there buying it with them.
All right, guys, let's go to DraftKings here. Big move up yesterday in the afternoon, teaming up with ESPN for multiple different aspects of that deal that was announced in the afternoon, including links that will be on ESPN websites all across the globe. Will directly link to DraftKings for obvious reasons. But DraftKings not really doing a lot here, guys. We're actually down right now 1% on DKNG.
Yeah, it feels like a move that ESPN should have made a while. I shouldn't say this. Maybe you should have made a while ago. We'll see here, but a big-time movement. You can see most of it put in right as we literally ended the show yesterday at 12 o'clock. Breakout through a 44.45 price here. Holding we always like this. You're holding consolidation at the top end of the range on that news, so you can see right at the close, 48.60 close with about $1 lower as that bit of a bottom. So I do like this one. However, if we break that 47.50, you could see some profit taking on DraftKings, and then I wouldn't have support till like that $46 range. So, I'm thinking about that 47.50 short, seeing if you can't just scalp that one, maybe like 40-50 cents, quickly get in and out of it. I don't know that it's going to fill in the entire gap. This is a significant piece of news, but profit taking happens, guys.
Yeah, we are way overextended on DraftKings. I mean, this was a big move here yesterday. Obviously, this is from 40 up to 48 yesterday on that DraftKings news with Caesars as well. So there's a couple aspects that are nice for DraftKings, and it's just a monster. I mean, DraftKings, FanDuel, Penn. There's a lot of FanDuel's not public, but Penn is here as well. So there's a lot happening on this name. This is a 3-minute chart just to show you some of the levels. I agree. I'm not going to be going long on this, but if you are going short, you got to watch out for 49. But the ultimate top is 49.50. And we're not that far away. So if you can stomach $1 worth of pain here, it's probably worth taking a shot and then watching out for this 47.50 to break. So 47.50 is a good little spot for me. On the daily chart, I know we got to go because we only have 10 minutes here. But, relatively new stock. We all know what happened with DraftKings. There's nothing up here. We're at all-time highs right now. And before it was 45.50 was up here. I just think some profit taking happens. I myself am long in here in the 30s, was considering taking some profit, didn't do it. So we'll see here today, maybe after the show. But I just have a feeling that this one probably falls today.
All right, guys, let's quickly get to Walmart. I want to make sure we get to Social Capital, that IPOB as well. But Walmart, the Walmart Plus membership service starting today. Right across North America. So Walmart Plus giving you discounts on certain items, $35 and over, free delivery on orders as well. Discounts on gas and certain items as well. So direct competition here with you know who, guys.
Yeah. Who? No, just Target and Amazon. No, just Amazon really, and Target. I mean, look, Walmart's in a great space. They're in such a nice space right now because they're like a value brand, and now they have this at-home service that's going to get a lot. Some people don't like to go to Walmart stores. Now they can sit at home and enjoy the prices, but in the comfort of their own home. So I think this is going to be monstrous. We don't have any gas here from Walmart in the GTA anyways. I'm not sure the rest of Canada or how popular that is, but 5 cents off, also another good thing there. But yeah, 138.50. We had this move yesterday, lucky. We were just playing it off of 137, and then all of a sudden, bang, we get that explosion on the TikTok, and we're able to take it out for I think it was my highest stock yesterday, right here on Walmart. But we're back to those levels. We bounced back and we held. Look, this is the key thing here. This is before the TikTok news right here. So that's 138.50. Look where we are right now, 138.50. Love 138.50. Love 138 as a bottom. Let's go long Walmart again.
Yeah, I love even more if we get to 137. That's a strong hold all afternoon long. So that's a new support on Walmart. Forget about the 135 from the morning. Lock in 137 on any kind of a pullback. I had this level here. It's going to be hard to see on the 15-minute chart, but it's a little bit closer to that 139 mark before it will be a breakup. But there's all kinds of room to get us back to this, 142, and then from there move to like 150. So Walmart should be on the run again today. But a couple more names to get to before we get to Arun in the overall futures market.
Yeah, I want to have a look at this Social Capital one more time. We mentioned this one back on Friday, guys, if you remember. Had a big move in the pre-market. Didn't really do anything after that. There was rumors of this deal at the end of last week that they were going to take Open Door, the online real estate company, public. That is official now. They announced that officially on CNBC this morning. This is Social Capital Holdings 2. If you remember, number 1 was, of course, Virgin Galactic. So the big expectations around this Open Door merger, guys, for this IPOB.
Yeah, exactly. And it's important to remember this is not connected to Virgin Galactic in any way. This is about Open Door. Here you do see, of course, the parabolic move up. There was the rumor we're trading at 14. Maybe use that top as a possible support down around that 14 area if it were ever to come back. We just turned around at 14.50. So I'd use that price range as a support level if it's going to sell off here. When it comes to levels, you really have nothing to work with. You have the top that it put in at 17, and you got that 14.50. The rest is playing price action, which I can tell you is going to be significant because we have 10 million in pre-market volume. So immediately for me, I want to see what happens right at this consolidation. There was a drop off on volume just after 8 o'clock at 15.50. So if we can't hold above that price, there could be a bit of a sell into this 15. There was a small breakout. So watch the price action. 15.50 and 15 are the immediate levels worth watching, and then 17 on the top, 14 on the bottom.
I'm not even sure what Open Door does, but I like this $16 break on this name. And of course, if we can get back down here to 15, that'd be fantastic as well. So just watch out. Again, I don't know the value of Open Door. I don't know what's going to happen with all of this, but these SPACs are very popular. I'm long SPAQ myself, but we'll look to get long maybe this iPub at 16 through this mark here today. So yeah, like Neil said, 10 million shares already. So a name we got to look at as the market still making new highs here on the NASDAQ, 1.3%.
One number I can throw at you, Sean, I heard them talking about it this morning when this deal was announced. $4.8 billion in sales last year for this Open Door. So yeah, it's a big deal, apparently. Let's go to the overall futures here, and we'll have a look at the market, see what levels we need to be aware of this morning. We'll bring Arun in here and have a look at the futures. Another day, another positive session here, Arun. What are you looking at this morning?
The extension, I really like what's happening here. They spent a decent amount of time yesterday building up this level or this area underneath 90, which now is broken. Now we're above 3,400. So I've gone ahead and gotten a long just above 3,400. I don't like the price, but I'm also not going to be picky about it. I'm putting about 30 points in risk here. The support level for me on that long is going to be 33.75. I would prefer to have it 6-7 points lower, but it is what it is. If I don't get it, I'd rather be in it now and kind of sit through it. I wouldn't be surprised if this falls back after the open a little bit, kind of. So I would just rather have the trade now and not wait for the specific prices. But again, 3,400 break after building the decent amount of support or resistance that is now broken here. So for me, 33.90 going down is all a ton of action. So for me, 33.75 is going to be the support on this trade. I am long above 3,400. We'll see how this goes. But at the same time, I also don't mind the price. I don't like it, but I don't mind it because I'd rather be in the trade than not.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Arun. Yeah, it feels strong this morning. There's a feeling of strength going into the open here. MRNS, guys, little one to have a look at. Marinus out after market yesterday with positive trial results on an epilepsy treatment that they're working on. So we come in this morning a little bit lower from this kind of range yesterday. Just watching 65 and then 75. So 365 and then 75 on the way back up here. There's a big buyer, it looks like, around this 330, 340 area that keeps holding it. Just can't get through that. So not terribly in love with this one, but MRNS still up 61%, guys.
You know what's hilarious? I got into this one very, very early and then have made my way back into the same position here. So there is one other small cap to get to, and I'll talk about NVUS as it starts out. But Cassava Sciences from yesterday, a bit of an attempt to roll over. It made a hard high at around, failing to get to that $9 mark at $8.40 here, and then a lower high at $8, rolling over at $7.50. I like $7.50 to $7.75 as a bit of an area to jump short in front of. So I did put that one on. I see everyone asking, look, the Snowflake IPO, it's going to be massive. Like Sean mentioned, of course, it's the biggest of this year anyways, at least
ever.
Ever in tech space. There you go. Big cloud computing name. We will talk about it tomorrow, but there's a lot of things that are moving today we have to get to, so we can speculate on that. It will be on the watch list 100% tomorrow, and we'll go over it from 9 to 9:30. That's what we do around here, guys. But we have to review some of the names that we are going to be active in coming up in just about 3 minutes at that open. So we talked about social capital holdings. I want to get back quickly to Tesla just to review. It's starting to pull back now. I'm looking at 420, so as much as you have this 430 pre-market low, that's not necessarily where I'd love to be dip buying. I'd love to dip buy a little bit closer to defend that 420 price. So that's going to be the first look for me. I see people asking about PSTV. We'll get to that in a quick second, but Peloton is another one that's on the watch and is on the move, and we have been trading it at least somewhat heavily the last few weeks here. I like this 79, so 78, 79 base that it put in the last few sessions. There was one dip down below it, hard snap back up, and you saw the run up to $100. If we can break out here, and it's going to show about like 84, 84.25 or so, that could be the price level to work off of if it breaks. You got to give that to at least 82, so it's about $2.50 that you are risking. There is a little bit of chop when you get to 87, 88, but Peloton looks like it's on the march once again today. Of course, they did release that they have those cheaper products coming out, cheaper products and an upgraded one as well. So Peloton back on the move to the upside after putting in a couple of nice bottoms, guys.
So yesterday I hit AMD real quick for a real quick trade and made decent money, real decent money off the open. So if we can get a 78 break on AMD, I mean the NASDAQ is up 1.3%, AMD down 0.2%. They've been getting hit, and I've been shorting this and making a lot of money short AMD. Those of you that watch the show know that, but I'm just thinking like NVIDIA's busting out, and AMD just continues to eat their shorts, I guess. Bart Simpson, a reference there. But $78 there. Possible break to the long side. We're going to watch it. There's a lot of action here. Okay, only 2 minutes to go. Okay, lots to happen. 77.50. Here we go. We're breaking to the downside right now on AMD. So scratch that. We'll wait for 78 to break. If it happens, we'll be all over it. But my main trade right now to go will be a Walmart long if we can get it down here. Neil and I talked about this, 137.50-ish. I don't know, somewhere around here, and then the bottom of 137. But I do like Walmart breaking through 138.50, possibly 139. Watch this, guys. 50-cent spread right now. So if your order's there for a market on open order, you may, I don't know what price you're going to get. It's a little spready right now, to take a word from my main man, Randy, on the ones and twos, back from a relatively unsuccessful fishing trip, but as long as you have
How is
fun.
it relatively unsuccessful? It's either successful or it's not.
Well, no, unsuccessful with the fish, I heard, but successful with friendship.
There you go. That's all you need.
That's more important.
Guys, one more to get to, and we have left 45 seconds to the open. Watch out this NVUS, which was a penny stock like 20 minutes ago, up 185% on solid volume. I'm watching a 128, 130 area here on the daily chart, and then a 145 if it rolls over. Shy of those, I'm going to be diving into a bit of a short. It did cost a couple pennies for us to be able to pay for locates, but I will take a shot at this one. Maybe even look at a retracement at $1, but another mover here, guys. So there is a lot to get to and a lot to cover as Valeria is on the bell. It's Tuesday. Like I mentioned, happy Apple Day, of course. You can watch the presentation at 1 o'clock. Right now, tune in. I got a couple of shorts on here. I'll update those. Cassava Sciences along with MRNS, both of them in the money right now. But hunting immediately for DraftKings, 2-1. There is that bell. DraftKings is very close to that 47.50, so it could come in almost right away here, guys. Might see that short sell tick in forth. But the ones we do have on working in the money, one of those is Cassava Sciences. It just broke through the pre-market low at 710. So what am I going to do? I don't know. I shouldn't be looking to gift horse in the mouth. I'll take a few more shares off here. I did load up in front of 750. Initial short was at 730. I got 44s right now. It's about 30 pennies in the money. If 7 even breaks on Cassava Sciences, look, nothing too much in terms of support till you get back down to yesterday's 6 even level. So a nice short we have on there. MRNS, Brendan, it broke that level for us, guys. So we're talking about that 340 range. It just broke through. I just got some out at the quarter. Next level down 320 when that breaks. We'll take some more
guys,
profits.
we're huge over here. I mean, that's Microsoft right now, 208.15, long and out. Nice money being made right there. We also go short MRNS. Watch out for Microsoft here. The market could fade back in. We're out of half of this position. What's up, Brendan?
iPub, guys, huge volume spike there. Obviously, big print at the open, but just got rejected at 16, it looks like, for that social capital, guys.
All right, big trade here on MRNS. Big trade. Bang! Yes, MRNS, big time trading here on MRNS. We take the shares, and now we're getting a little bit rewarded here with this kind of a trade. Out now some 17s. We are now short at 20. We were short at 25. We were short at 30. We've took more shares in, more. Give us more MRNS as it falls back to the downside right now. Just getting some out, running that register. Big stick trading over here, guys. Bang! There goes Microsoft as well. Another 30 pennies upside. So let's see what happens here. Big trades to start the day over here. MRNS, the dream is alive. Let's go.
Yeah, 340 shorts on MRNS. It just took some out at 15, so continuing to run that short. You guys have seen it. Sava just broke $7, so Cassava Sciences, $7.44, our last entry point. We just got some out for just under a 50-cent winner. I can tell you, DraftKings short as well, $47.50. We talked about profit taking by some people on this. Yeah, well, we jumped in front of it. Just took some out in front of 47, so another quick win over there. It's only 3 shorts on. The market is up. We got 3 shorts in the money. MRNS continues its flush down towards $3. But like I said, first target was going to be, if it holds at 3, might be looking for a pullback trade. DraftKings successful, at least in the short term, of holding this 47 level. But if this goes, good chance we see this 46 from support in the afternoon on that initial jump when they got that ESPN news, guys.
Oh, man, we are monsters today. Walmart, we got that at 137.50. Beautiful trade there on Walmart. We're going to wait for it to drop down. We've already took some out in the 70s. And MRNS is just crushing it for me. Big time trade there. And Microsoft in and out. We got out there at 208. I don't know what happened there. But we're still in this one, 208.78. Beautiful trading here on Microsoft. So, yeah, today, man, we are monsters. MRNS now 14, 15 cents in. Look at this. We go short at 30, short again at 21, short again at 19. Bang, bang, bang. I was tired of seeing Neil and Brendan make all this money. So I rotated over and trade some of these little stocks today. And we start by a big one and start running these bags through the washing machine. Let's go.
DraftKings still trying to hold this 47, but here's that bid. It just I wanted to be able to show you in level 2. It just took out the bid, but no one really offering too much below that 47 price. This is the move we're looking for in a retrace, but if it can't hold an offer below that 47, I'm going to have to go ahead and just start just give it a break-even stop. There is some buy support at that price. If it cracks it, I think we got $1 worth of downside, but I don't want a winning trade turn into a loser. It's testing again through this 47 mark. I will take some out, maybe like 40. There we go. As I'm saying it, right through 47. We're all about 70 cents in the money now on DraftKings. Nice retracement short on the watch list, guys. We went over this one, thought there could be some profit taking. Turns out it was true. Brandon, what do you got?
Just watching Delta here, guys. Huge pop. Just going to check on the news here, but huge pop on Delta, 3.5%. Straight from 33 up to 34 there on huge volume, guys.
Okay, looks like Walmart. There goes Walmart. Walmart falls down. So a little bit of a loser there. Will fall in the hole on that Walmart retracement back up. But Microsoft right now, $1+ in the money. Long right now. Good trade on Microsoft in here at 208. And now running this to the upside. Beautiful trade there. MRNS, beautiful trade as well. Making that money to the short side. So, and we did give you guys, I mean, we'll hit the home run. I told you about DraftKings there. I don't have any. Neil does, but at least you guys hopefully had this one off this move to the downside there. I talked about probably some profit taking coming through on DKNG, and there it is, big time flush down. Just wish we would have had that at 48 there, but that broke, I guess, just as the market opened, 47.50. So let's watch out. But Microsoft right now will get some out here for the nice little dollar winner, and let's floss it off as it keeps going upside. Here goes MSFT.
Yeah, just watching a name from yesterday that's worth noting here. That IMMU deal still trading very, very weak, but it is gramping to the upside at 85. And I'll tell you this, if I see it move up to yesterday's range at 80, anywhere near this 87 mark where it flushed, I will be selling this stock. It's about a couple of dollars away from there. It seems like a firm sell if it goes $2 higher. And there's gross upside in this one, guys. You got to watch out for it.
And there goes iPub. We hit the air horn again. iPub making some moves to the upside now. We are long, like I told you, at 05 right now. Just cashing this in. Just took a little bit. Again, like I said, I don't know anything about Open Door, but there it goes, breaking that 16. We like that 16 level given to you, of course, live on the show. So let's just watch it because the spread here, I mean, it was just at 16.12. We able to get out. We're out of 2/3 of this one, but watch out. This could easily fall back down. If we're going to get out, it's going to be down here at 15.38, guys, on iPob here, social media play. MRNS just still crushing it, man. We are still in this one. We're just getting out all the way here. And I hit it, obviously, with a big stick, so it's a big time chicken dinner winner on this one. Watch out, though. Some size there at even. So we'll get a little bit more out now as we go. But big time trades here today by yours truly. What up, Beep?
NVUS, guys, just going to show you the headline. Here we go. They picked up a privately held company, Analytics Therapeutics. So that Novus Therapeutics, NVUS, buying a smaller therapeutics company, guys.
Yeah, I've taken my first shot at this one. Went to the daily right before the open here. We talked about a couple of levels here, 128 to 130. The next level up, 145. So it just turned around off 132. And I'm showing you the daily chart for reference. I did pick up some short at 25 here. I will give it towards that high to see if the first level is going to hold. If it breaks it, I am looking at 145 as the top. So first shot at a rollover. This was a penny stock minutes ago, guys, right before the open. I gave you the short price that I liked. We're into this one. In addition to, of course, MRNS, Sava, and also added DraftKings there as it's trying to head back up. So I got to watch out for that one as well.
Yeah, DraftKings, big mover there. Well, we'll be into DraftKings eventually, guys. Don't worry about that one. MRNS, yeah, big time win for us today. We're almost out of it all. I noticed that there was a buyer there at $3. So we now have about 15% left on MRNS. And yeah, that one was a big time win. We'll hit a swish, even though the Raptors aren't in it anymore. We'll hit that swish. And look at Microsoft. Hopefully you guys are with me on this one. Microsoft for the win today. Easily, I mean, 208 right here off the open. Bang that right to the upside, man. We go all the way as high as 209.75. So right now, $1+ in the money on this. So Walmart's back up. I don't like to hear that. Oh, boo. We got out. I mean, not at the very end, but that's okay. We had our 137. You got to stay disciplined, man. And unfortunately, oh, man, our day would be monstrous if we held it, but we didn't. So that is Walmart for you. And Neil slaying the
dragons over here. We talked about that first level on NVUS. Let it break $1. I'm not long in the stock. I was looking for a short. I gave you two levels. First was 128. It rolls over there. We go in twice at 25, again at 28 in front of that 32 top. It's already cracked down into the teens, so I'm starting to take it off. You have to expect that this first consolidation 106 holds at least a little bit, and then one even. It's a psychological barrier. I will take it all out in front of that first 106 level, but a nice trade already here on NVUS. Always go to that higher time frame to find where you want to short. You cannot short blindly when you see a move like this. Brendan, what do you got, buddy?
Recent high flyer, guys. NNOX. Citron just out with a report on this one now. NNOX with a price target of $0. So this thing just went from 53 to 45 in a couple of minutes here, guys. NanoX Imaging.
Man, I can't believe that Walmart. Yeah, we'll look at NNOX, man. Wow, Walmart, just straight back up, man. This would have been beautiful to have that one. And yeah, I got to start trading some of these little stocks that you guys are on because, wow, MRNS, just like that, the one that Neil has, NVUS. When these ones crack, man, they crack. And that's a big trade there. So we'll watch out for MRNS right now. And another big one for me, obviously, is Mr. Softy right here. If it comes back down into this area, we'll get out. 208.50. Just want to watch the NASDAQ and the ES continue to march higher. We do hold that IPOB back to 16 right now. We didn't get any more at VWAP. We probably should have. That was going to be our kill spot. But look at this thing, man. Just flying around here. We'll see if we can't catch a winner on this on a real break. Our best out, though, about 16.12 or so, near the high of the day, besides pre-market of 17. So we'll wait to see if what wants to do on the upside. But right now, here comes Microsoft back down. So maybe a time to get long Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm going to backflip it over here. Cassava Sciences just broke 680 bottom. Still short here at 744, so you're still working with a nice profitable trade. About 60 pennies in the money here. I did talk about this. We'll go to the higher time frame, the 15-minute. 650 first level, 6 even. Those would be the targets that are left. If it turns at either one, not a bad place to get out. That's where I'll get out of the last of my shares. Brendan, what do you have, bud?
SPAC. Guys, we had a decent move yesterday. I mean, it was pretty choppy up and down yesterday on SPAQ on some news, but just took the day high out there and yesterday's high correspondingly at 1780 for SPAQ. Guys.
Yeah, thanks for all the credit there on the chat, guys, for Walmart. But yeah, I did get out of it. But we did call it, so sometimes that's what you need to do. You call these positions and you take them and you just sort of give it to the gods and see what they can do with it from there. But right now, I'm still watching this IPOB. Having problems at 16, but that's where we're long. So we need this one to get going again through there. It just had some problems. I should have easily got out of it. Maybe I will the next time it comes up. I don't know. Did it go through there? It says it went through 16. Let's see if it wants to do that one more time. And this time continue to the upside. 1660, 1650. There's obviously some support there or some resistance there on the high side of that. So if it can break through, I'm going to layer some orders here, 30s and 40s, see if we can't get out on a little bit of a spike up. But what a big day this has been, man. And just Walmart, the only thing we've fallen out on, but dollar in the money on Microsoft and MRNS. I think the largest stock of the day here for us. So we'll just keep trading that one. iPub, here's 16 again. Let's see what it wants to do.
Yeah, just watching NVUS trying to pop back to the upside. It's sort of failing right here at $1.25. That was our original entry point. We did take some more shares higher. I'm still holding out that we'll get like this 106, 110 area. So that's where the ultimate target is. It's not a break-even stop. I am giving it towards that high of the day. So just worth noting, that's where my out is going to be. Gave you the structure of this trade. Cassava Sciences continues to flush to that downside. 675, the current bottom. As I mentioned, if it turns at 650, I will be getting out. Otherwise, I have moved my trail up to 720. So it can't do any worse than a 25-cent win on the last little bit of shares. I took that opening flush on volume to be able to get out in front of 7. Now we're seeing if we can hit the home run on the last bit of it there. So a couple of things working here. Sava, NVUS, also that MRNS. Still have a piece of it for me. I like to hold on to about 20% of the trade to see if it breaks that 3 even, because there is some room still further to the downside. One from yesterday that's not unfortunately moving and continuing its breakout is Dave & Buster's. It was a great break through 1730. We love that one. But look at this new support level around 1790 to 18. If it holds this and bounces again, maybe Dave & Buster's makes a test at that 20 mark. So lock in $18 as support. If it breaks it, I wouldn't have anything to do with it. But if it holds and bounces up, maybe take something long around a quarter or 1840s, guys. Brendan, what do you got?
Another one with vaccine-related news, guys. Opco Health, if you remember OPK, this was once one of the high flyers in the vaccine world, but we're all the way back to 3. Trying to break this little consolidation here to the upside. A lot of relative strength, I should say, coming into this. Just watch the high here, 345. They started their mid-stage study or trial on their COVID-19 vaccine, guys.
All right. Tesla taking out the top two at 445 here. iPub went, man. We were waiting at 624. They're just ahead of the quarter. It only got as high as 617 for iPub, their social media. So we'll wait to see, not social media, social club or whatever. We'll wait to see what that one wants to do. Moving to the upside. Microsoft, 209 is just bouncing around here. We'll wait to see if it can take out this level, but we're still long Microsoft, and that's been a big trade for us. So we're happy with that, but we're pretty light on it right now. Let's check out what Nicola's doing. $34 to the long side. Give it to us, Brandon.
Roku, guys. Nice look for Roku here. KeyBank upgrading Roku today and increasing their price target. So 5.5% already. Just took out 165 there. Decent level on the daily chart as well for Roku.
Yeah, so you're saying, Nicola, they're testing that pre-market top 34, 63 or so. But worth noting, if you go a little bit higher, we talked about this in the pre-market, that 37, going to be a big resistance point as well. So I'm watching both of these for a potential break. If it goes through to that upside, it's a squeeze potential because of heavy short positions that are in this one. That's why I think it has a shot to get to 37 on any kind of a break. I do have to roll back over to NVUS very quickly here. 132 is going to be my top end. If it breaks this price, 145 on the daily is the next one up. I would test it again for another short if it gets to that price. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one of the EV makers, guys. Li Auto here, 5.8%. They announced a new chief technology officer, I think it was. Chief technology officer this morning. So a nice little bump on that news this morning, 5.6%. Back towards this 19 area, which was big time resistance, if you remember, during the IPO, guys.
I'm a little nervous here about Citigroup as it wants to keep falling here, and I'm wondering about, Citigroup, wondering about taking out the bottom here. If it does that, what kind of a trade that looks like. 46.80, I mean, look at this, We talked about Citigroup being below on the daily chart, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. It's low, man. 46.70 here. If this market fades it, you could get for a nice little move downside. I don't really have any targets if we could break that, but a breaking down here, big size there. 46.70 coming into play now. We're going to short Citigroup if it does break this bottom, guys.
Yeah, just gonna have to pick up some locates for that NNOX. What I mean by that is we need to locate shares to be able to go short. So we're paying for them here. Sometimes they're not easy to borrow, but literally a penny per share, it looks like, if I'm reading it correctly. So actually cheaper than I would have expected. Price target to zero is going to be enticing for me. You've already seen it drop $9, guys, so it's probably going to be pullback trading here. First level, I'll be watching previous pre-market low, 45.67 or so. Somewhere from there to like 46.50 could be the entry point, first entry point for us. I can tell you got shaken out of the last little bit of that NVUS, unfortunately. Does immediately take the top. That's why you got to take profit as a scalper here, guys, because I do get wicked out at the top end of that trade. Next flush could be at 115. So far, it looks like it's holding that initial level that we gave, that 128 area, 128 to 130 area to that upside on NVUS. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one from the vaccine world, guys. Inovio Pharmaceuticals just popping up here. Broke through 12 right at the open there. Got as high as 1240, but a bit of a pullback, trying to hold 12. Not seeing anything in the way of headlines on this. Looks like we had a decent day on this yesterday, but a fan favorite, guys. INO moving.
So we're gonna go short. 47.20s is gonna be our out right about here. We're keep going short on Citigroup. So our average price now 72. So it's right here. It does break that 75 buyer that was there. We went short on that 70 break, like we said, that 68. We've averaged into it right now. So 47.20 or so is gonna be our first little level to get out if it does pop to the backside now. And then we're playing it downside now. There is no levels on Citigroup, where this is new territory here based on where it's going. So here we go. Bang! There it is. A nice little win there for Citigroup. So we'll take it to the downside. Here it comes. Average, and out there ahead of 50. That's typically what I'll do, but a big-time trade happening there on Citigroup, guys.
Yeah, when you get to Delta there, of course, Brendan coming with the headline. They're starting to pull back off of parabolic move. We're literally right at the open, 34.50. First support was already a pullback at 33.80, guys. Just sort of worth noting, it was a breakout through 33 even if you look at the daily chart. So that's got to be the first level that I would be concerned with. I like that a little bit better than some random level on the 1 minute that you see there. So I much like it if it gets back to here. It could give you some consolidation to juice up some prices. But with a gap like this, I need to see some significance after having missed the first move. Brennan, what do you got?
Lennar, guys, one of the only, or one of the few earnings reports from aftermarket yesterday. Lennar, our earnings wasn't terrible. I mean, they did gap down on the news this morning, but you can see the move. Aftermarket yesterday, not a big deal. But look at this. We're about to, we just did, go positive on LEN. High relative volume on that one, guys.
We can't cash them all, but obviously you saw like 4 or 5 different shorts. DraftKings, MRNS, NVUS, Sava were all wins for me. But CCL was also on the watch list. We talked about this one, gave out that 17 even support. It does not hold. You see what happens when it flushes. I have a bit of a rule about how many trades you can actually manage at 9:30, and you don't want to have half a dozen in my humble opinion. But a nice break on CCL here. You're going to see it down 7.5%. It just tried to turn, or is trying to turn at 1650. Just show you here in the higher time frame. Real support. I mean, the real support levels look like they're down here at 16 even to 16.25. So probably some room to go before it makes any kind of a turn. Let's see if it can hold that even to 25 level that you get back from September 1st, guys. So continue to the downside. It was a good call in CCL. Might start to turn here in a little bit.
Okay, guys, and there we go, man. 60 penny win right now for Citigroup, given to you on our watch list. I also actually tweeted out our watch list today. Here, if you guys want to see this, tweeted out our watch list. Make sure you join us here right there. Watchlist.tradertv.live with some of the symbols there. And it's free, guys. So you can definitely hit that up at any moment. Our watch list, big time for us. And here's Citigroup on the watch list. And your boy does it again. We take out the stick. Look at these averages, man. Bang, bang, bang. I'll be posting these up on Twitter for you guys later. 46.07 here. Wow, Brendan, a 70 penny winner on real shares going to the downside now. Let's see what we want to do. We're touching out at 46 even. We'll put a bid down here. Our best out is 20. We'll see if we get this at 46, but bouncing off there. So again, we only have 20% of our position left, but wow, what a mover here.
Yeah, we talked about the weakness late in the day yesterday on Citigroup. So follow through, it looks like, to the downside. Great move there for Citigroup. Netflix, guys, that KeyBank note, or positive note that came out on Roku apparently also mentioned this one, Netflix. So a nice look here for Netflix this morning, straight through to $4.95, almost 3.5% for Netflix, guys.
Roku, huh? All right.
Yeah, just
Roku
tracking here. I still have that MRNS, of course, and I'm thinking about actually finally putting a trail in. Going to give it to like 325 or so. Still had that 43 short. Did crack $3 very, very briefly. So you did get a bit of a failed break look here at that 3 even. I'd like to be able to hold this one all morning long, but if it breaks 25s and then gives me a shot to re-enter in the 40s where we originally had it, I'd love to be able to jump at it. So I'll conclude that the first trade on a break of 25, lock in that last 15 to 20 cents. Not quite as much as we got on the whole thing, but that's going to be the new trade there. Watch out for a 340 level, but 325 is going to be the new out. Sava, we'll let that one ride. It's still 64 pennies in the money and showing no signs of turning around, guys.
Okay, so Citigroup now back to the upside. What a great couple outs there, man. We're holding way less than 10% right now. We talked about cashing out on that one. So beautiful trade happening there on Citigroup. And thank you again. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for everybody. I mean, there's a lot of comments here. You rock. Let's go. Thank you, Lori. There's a whole bunch of them here talking about that trade. So thank you so much for that. And we'll just keep going. Your Chewy decided to go a bit. Okay, we'll find out about that. SH. I see you there. CHWY. Chewy. Yeah, 53. Yeah, what a disaster. This stock was. No, that was right there. Next share size 100 shares. Chewy, there you go. NY, there it is. Yeah, $53 back. Yeah, not good. Chewy's just fallen down like a rock here. I took a big hit on Chewy on earnings day. We went long 61, but that's obviously falling back down. I'm going to wait on Chewy. It's not very good-looking stock for me today. If we can get above this little level from yesterday, 54.50, we'll take it. We're coming up to that right now, actually.
Yeah, just looking back over here at nickel, of course, it's going to be obviously in play. That goes without saying. But a couple of things to watch here. First, going to be that 32.60 level. There was a quick little flush through and then rebounding right through that price. So I'm going to be eyeballing this one. If it retakes like 32.50, 32.60 to the short side, I'll jump in to that party. But watching that pre-market high, it also corresponds with the afternoon bottom here at 34.80. So 34.60 to 34.80, maybe the top end of that range for a breakout. Remember, squeezes can happen when something's heavily shorted, and 37 was the level that I'm watching. So it would be a scalp trade through that 34.80 to 35. Definitely all out of it in front of 37, and then retesting that level from yesterday's top. So watch out here. Nickel trading in the middle. I'm going to stay away from that middle trading. It's either taking this top off or giving me 32.50 to the downside.
I hope I didn't get in trouble there because of that super chat, because I'm now long, not super chat, just that comment from SH there on Chewy. I did look at it and I do like it actually. Let's put this down to a 3-minute chart. It does break above, maybe even higher than 3. 54.50, 55 is up here. This is 54.50 right here from yesterday. So we'll see if we can get some out here around 55 and then hold the rest back to the downside where this consolidation is 53.80 or so. So I don't know what kind of room this one has to the upside, but we did take some shares here on Chewy, hoping that this can go. Was my biggest loser last week, so maybe coming on board again here with another possible loser, but we'll wait to see here. 54.50 long on Chewy with an outside target basically of 54 right now. If it comes back downside, I'm not going to hold this for very long like we did last week.
Yeah, if you want an example of what the short sell restriction SSR rule is, NNOX down 21%, continuing to flush. You cannot hit the bid without an uptick, and there isn't much of a bid anyways to be hit here, is it just continues to die. I mean, I was looking at shorting a pop, there was none. It literally got like $1 off the bottom here before continuing its flush. You're seeing an absolute bloodbath on NNOX. When you do go to the daily chart, sort of apologies, it's not going to load up a little bit better. There's really nothing till, I mean, you do have like a 36.50, but then there's some levels down here like 33 where you might see a possible turn. So there's still plenty of downside in this name. I don't know where it's going to pick anything up. Sava just trailed out at 7 even, so only a 40-cent win on the last of those shares. Looking to see if we get the absolute home run. Not sure we're going to be done with that one. Brennan, what do you got?
Taiwan Semiconductor, guys. We've seen strength in the semi group over the past couple of days. Check this out. TSM 3.5% straight to the upside so far this morning. Not seeing anything in the way of news, but we're coming up to these highs up here, 84 and change. Watch out for that on TSM, guys.
Man, did we ever give you that CCL or what? I don't know if Neil had it, but I did not. CCL there. We gave that to you breaking through that 17, and what a disaster that would have been. And yeah, wow. Oh, missed opportunity, man. That's a stock that I normally hammer there. So yeah, we miss out on that money grab there for CCL. Normally that's a big one that I'm taking that stick out for that. I don't know why we missed it, but 16.23. Wow, what a bottom there. 16.42. If we hit that and take that out, this could even fall even further here. CCL on the 3-minute chart, not looking very nice now. Watch out for the bottom here, guys.
Well, there goes DraftKings through the top. I mean, unbelievable move. This is why you got to have an out, guys. I do take 2/3 of the position out at that bottom. It double bottoms. I already get stopped out on that last little bit of the shares anyway. So that's how you stay profitable on a name, guys. You have to have an out on this one. And I did give it to like that 47.80 mark. Now you're approaching. As Sean mentioned here, it's like 49.30-ish to the top. So we haven't quite broken yesterday's high. I think that was the breakup price I was concerned with. It's only like 15 pennies higher than the current one. But DraftKings on that ESPN news going parabolic, guys. Brendan, what do you have?
Oracle, guys. Just watch Oracle here, seeing a couple of things floating around on the internet, talking about a possible announcement coming today when it comes to the TikTok deal. So more details, obviously, still to follow when it comes to Oracle, but up 1% so far, guys.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to be Oracle for sure. It looks like that. So we'll watch that. DraftKings, we're going to take the top off, like we said in the pre-market. We did talk about this on our watch list as well. So DraftKings 49.32. We'll wait and we'll hit it. It won't be a huge one, but we'll hit it and see if we can make a quick little scalp on that one up to probably. I mean, if we can get it through 50, that'd be fantastic right there. But right now, yeah, not much else happening. We did mess up Walmart, but Walmart does come back down to 137.50. That would have been a good little spot there. Just looking at too many things here today. 75-cent win right now for Microsoft. 75-cent win right now for Citigroup. Citigroup looking like it wants to take the bottom out again. Bye-bye 46. Doesn't want to go. And there it goes. Down through 46. We are short 46.77 right now. So a nice little win here as this continues to go down to its low of the day, 45 and change. The only thing right now that I'm really concerned about is Chewy. It gets as high as 54.60 there. And I don't know if this one's going to break out or not, but it's consolidating a bit here. So we may just wind up getting out of this before any damage is done to the downside on Chewy. But I do have a target up near 80s on this name. Just back to see, you can see there's some consolidation here at 80, 54.80 to the top side. So we're long right now at 54. We'll take 30 cents on that if we can get it. But right now, Chewy not looking great. Our offers are out here. If we can go, though, I'd like to see it get to this consolidation spot, 55.20. But yeah, Chewy's kind of putting me to sleep here.
Yeah, watching that IPOB, of course, SPAC space never done here. So you had this bottom 1450 that we talked about. It's trying to consolidate lower than that. A 1480 bounce just occurred. There was a sell-off. It couldn't hold any of the resistance points. So I'm really only looking at that Phantom 17 at the top there in pre-market volume. Otherwise, we're playing off of this bottom here at 1450 now. I'd like to be able to go long in front of it first shot, especially if it's going to put in that higher low, but you will ultimately scalp short it if a 1450 break happens. So if we get a dip back below this 15 mark, I am going to be looking at this. Like I said, I got out of MRNS. Another test of that level is coming once again, and that's going to be that initial short that we had off of 1340 off of 1350. If it breaks there, I'll be done with this stock, at least in the short term. But I got to give myself an opportunity to double dip here. If it breaks 50, I'm all done, at least for the time being. NVUS still testing the top, but my next level is 145 on NVUS. So no short for me unless it breaks 115 or fails at 145.35, the current high.
Okay, so Chewy, 54.20 or so we're going to get out. We took a little bit out there on Chewy here at 60. So here it goes, right back up to 60 again. We take a little bit more out as this name is just bouncing around and really just, I don't know, wasting my time, I feel like, on this. So we're going to skip it by. You know my targets and my outs. And look what happens here. We don't take this again as CCL, man, now down 8%, 9% and still going downside. So watch out.
And in OX, same thing, man. That just keeps on falling. So there are some shorts here that are absolutely fantastic. As the market just booming to the upside. I got to track Tesla. DraftKings just ticked in, guys, so just got long.
Big trade on DraftKings.
Yeah, let's go DraftKings.
Yeah, big trade on DraftKings. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. We are now long. We just took out some profit there to the upside on that spike out near 70 there. So that's a good trade for sure. Here's DraftKings taking out that top at 30. Out here 60s, 70s. I think our best out might have been 62 there. But right now we are long 35. So a quick little, let me get it to you exactly, 25-cent win. So we actually got out at 59, some DraftKings there. Now we're going to hold the rest and see how high this guy wants to fly. But give Brendan over at the big screen right now with it looks like happening now. Let's go.
Indeed, it is 10 o'clock already, guys. Let's have a look at North American markets here. Nicely positive for the most part. Brazil down here struggling a little bit in negative territory. In the U.S., we have the S&P up about 1%, Dow 0.5%. Look at the NASDAQ again today. All about the tech stocks, guys. We are 1.5%, 1.6%, 1.8% for the 100 there when it comes to the NASDAQ. So tech stocks leading once again. The Russell, small caps, 0.8% to the upside. Here in Toronto, TSX having a nice day, 0.76%. And as I mentioned, BOVESPA down in Brazil, the only one on this board right now, basically in negative territory. A couple of things moving around here in Toronto. The mass exodus of Cineplex continues down another 1.35% today. We mentioned yesterday, going to be deleted from the index coming up, I think it's next Tuesday or Wednesday for CGX. Ballard Power talking about developing fuel cell batteries, guys, for, guess what, electric vehicles. 4.25% here, 19.20 up to $20. Having a little bit of trouble with $20, but nice look for BLDP, guys.
Ballard Power. I haven't traded that one in a while. So just to update on DraftKings here, a nice little break. It does get to like, I have 49.61 as the top. Well, oddly enough, that's literally where I got out of my shares at 61. I did get a reload in here, and I'm going to take some up in front of what was the pre-market high. On better volume, you are looking at like 48.75 or so. If it cannot hold 48.50, I will get out of this one, but I'm looking to see if I can't catch another bounce in front of that price. So watch out for DraftKings. Already done a scalp breakout. Now looking to see if it can hold and extend this move just a little bit here. I'm going to get to that NNOX. Actually, let's jump to it right now because it's caught a bid for the first time that I can see. Look, it's down 22%. It's still not even that much of a move to the upside, but 36 has sort of held. At some point, you just got to join the party in here, giving it to maybe like a 39, 40 area to try and get this short. You're chasing a little bit. There's no way you put on as big a position as if you got a 46 break or if you got a 50 break. But at some point, this stock, I mean, you got to get into it when it's falling like this. And it's short sell restricted, so keep in mind, you cannot hit that bid without an uptick.
46.50. We're going to get out of some of the Citigroup here at 46.50 if it does break back to the upside. So a nice little 50-cent win right now on Citigroup. Look, I mean, it does go all the way to the bottom here. We're going to watch it fade, hopefully down through once again. We are going to load up once again on DraftKings if that goes. So we're ready for that. Also, Microsoft right now, 209.60. Look where we're long, guys. 208.12. So bang, 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 bang. Nice out there. Microsoft, big time win for me today on Microsoft. And at 209.60 is the high. Let's put an order somewhere around here. See if we get that out. 209.50 change, which is right here. So nothing really to worry about on that. You know what? Maybe we'll just trail this. 209.20 on Microsoft for the dollar clean win if that does break. Yeah, that looks good. 209-ish on Microsoft. Not a horrible spot there. We'll get out if it breaks through 209, but big time win on that name. Unfortunately, we went and we tried Chewy, but Chewy's going to be a fail. So Chewy barbecued us up there a little bit. We did try that top break. Didn't work out. I talked about Chewy last week. Was a bad one for us. Should have known that, but hey, got excited. It looked like it was going to go through there, and a little bit of a revenge trade, and it got me. So right there, bye-bye Chewy. We dump you, and we forget about that, and we'll just worry about our profitable stocks.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you got to do sometimes, guys. You get the bad read, you move on from it. I don't quite get the entry point that I was looking for in IPOB. It doesn't really get right down to that 1450 mark. It turns at 80, so maybe a little bit too picky with the price. It's trying to test back up to that what was previous level at 1550. I don't know if that's actually going to mean anything here. But watch, we're looking at 1450 as the bottom. 80s looks like that support level as well. The reload on DraftKings is basically flat here. It's right at 49 even, guys. So we do have to watch out for that. I do want to jump us back over to MRNS. The second short does get trailed out. The levels now that I'm going to be watching to that upside. Obviously, the pre-market high at 380, and then watching yesterday in the aftermarket, that 420 level was the top. So those would be the two levels of note if this continues to rise in MRNS. That's where, if it fails, I'll be looking to dump it and try to short back into this one, guys.
Okay, that's MRNS, yeah, and we're waiting for DraftKings to get reloaded. It should be coming in soon, 48.50 or so down here. If we can get a DraftKings reload, we will take that, but we're waiting on that one. Microsoft's still going. You know we have that 209 target. Give it to us, Brendan.
Oracle, guys, just taking the top off here. It looks like they have confirmed now that indeed the announcement is going to happen this afternoon. So Oracle, TikTok combination, the announcement coming this afternoon. So a little bit of a bid here for ORCL, guys.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we do like Oracle. I mean, that's a good trade there. Yeah, taking out the top 60, 80 here. Just watching Microsoft, that order is already in. So if that goes through, we'll hit that. In Oracle, yeah, we saw that news. Should have taken the long when we first heard about it from Brendan a couple minutes ago down here at 60 and change. Rips to the top side. But the news is out now, so let's wait to see what kind of reaction we get on this play, on this name. So we're going to wait to see Oracle. If it can go, it'll go. But I think the news is out. Obviously not, I think. It is. So I think that the move has already happened. But if it takes out 61, worth a little small tester long, guys.
Yeah, about to roll over is NVUS a second time here. We talked about 115. If it breaks this and gets lower than that, 14, 13, going to start working into a short on this one. Again, of course, we already 1-for-1 on this name. Haven't got the reload in DraftKings just yet, but it looks like it might come in. Going to get you guys back over to Nicola. So no break of that 34.60 top. No break of that 32.50-ish area that we're watching for a bottom move. So Nicola's still hanging out in the middle. Do have that sort of bracketed to take a shot at it if it does want to come in, guys. So not staying away from Nicola. It just needs to break out of this sideways action that I'm seeing here, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't mean to take this short, actually, in Oracle. I got hit on another stock there. So, yeah, we did not mean to take that. But there goes Microsoft out for the nice little dollar winner. So we took that one. Yeah, this was a mistake. I thought I was on another stock, so we got out when it broke through 61. So my opinion does not change here on Oracle. We'll wait to see what that one wants to do. Now making some moves back to the upside and watching it. We did get that reload in DraftKings. We got it again. Look, if this breaks back downside here, 48, then we'll be out and we'll flush ourselves down the toilet if that's going to happen. But right now we're waiting for DraftKings. Here it goes, right to the downside.
I'm going to already flush myself down the toilet for DraftKings. So the scalp trade works as I reload the coffee. The reload trade does not hopefully double dipping here is going to work in NVUS. Somehow I managed to miss. I mean, look at all this liquidity on the level 2, and I managed to miss out on 13s and 14s, guys. It's now really flushing. Of course, I did talk about this one. The first support where we got out of the first short in front of, that just broke, and we're talking about it live. I'll see if I can't pick something up, hopefully on the way back in. But if it takes out what was a bit of a pre-market top at 106, psychological level at $1, you always have to watch out for it. So definitely a scalp trade into that price, guys.
So DraftKings does break through there. It goes on to 47.79, and that's where we get out, 47.90. So DraftKings breaks, and now we're going to wait to see. Now it probably wants to go back to the upside. What's up, Brendan?
A little volume alert here, guys, on Apple. Breaking to the downside. Actually, it didn't break, but big volume came in there around 117.50, which was this support on the first test to the downside, but looking a little bit weak as far as Apple's concerned.
Yeah, apples to apples there. We'll go back over to Apple there. We did get out of our Microsoft trade, so that would make sense there. Look at DraftKings fall to the downside. I have too many shares, so I had to get out there. Would have been a good spot to reverse to the long, but now you're getting some movements back here to 46 and change. So watch out, man. This is dropping like a rock right now as DraftKings. So a big move to the downside. I guess there was probably nothing about them, but this is a nice move now, downside on DraftKings. So looking to pick some up at some point. Just don't know where yet on that one. And here goes Nikola. I still have my order to go at the top if it wants to take out 34.60. But this is not a bad spot right now. 34.20 could go here on Nikola, guys.
Yeah, there was just size that got busted out there on 34 on Nikola. But looking at Peloton right now, starting to pull back in, still up 2%, turning around at that 85 that we had mentioned. And we're going to, obviously, we'll go back just to reiterate, looking at this sort of chop area in the pre-market, right around like 83.50. That's going to be the area of support I'd like to buy into this move in front of. Let's see if we can't pick something up in around. If it turns around at 83, 83.50, I'll get it in on the way back to the upside. I did get back in NVUS. You'll see that one just popped in. I had to pay down a little bit from 15 to pick it up at 12. So new short, not necessarily a new short. We've already had this one to the short side for a win for you. But like you said on DraftKings, Sean, just not going to give it too much on that pullback trade. It looks like the breakout was sort of short moved. And then you're going to see all as far as it went down. This is now where we had it short off of the open, turning around at 47. Double bottom here at 46.50, so you got to watch that. Time for some upgrades and downgrades. Right now.
We're long Nikola.
Let's go to Brendan at the big screen.
Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, yeah, let's get a few more symbols to have a look at so far today. Upgrades on this side, downgrades over there. There's that IMMU, Immunomedics, that deal from yesterday. A couple of downgrades on that one today, but still up because of the deal. On this side, MasterCard, NVIDIA, Rio Tinto, and Whiting. Down here as well, Citigroup. What a move that was off of the open to the downside. Let's shift over, have a look at a couple of these. There's NVIDIA, big flush. 532 all the way down to 520. It's starting to hold around 524, 525. So a decent look there for NVIDIA if we can stay above that 524, 525. Look at this move from NVIDIA. Even if you used, this kind of area from yesterday, this 48, I guess it was, all the way down to 45 and a half. Consolidating right now, guys, at day lows for Citigroup. Back to you.
Yeah, we're consolidation for sure. 45.80. What a big trade Citigroup was for us. That was a wheelbarrow for sure, man. 46.80. We took it even late, man. We started at about 9.45 on Citigroup and just started hammering that to the downside. So big time trade there on Citigroup. And yeah, we are in this right now, Nikola, in a lot of shares right now. Let's see if we can get to the upside. We just took some out. We got long 34.20. We got them out at 50. Then we go long through the top of the day at 34.60. We catch some out. What was our price there at the top of the day? I don't know, 35.50, whatever this is, 62, 63. Doesn't go, so we start taking some out, but we can't win on a trade if we don't take it. So we're going to wait to see now. Now it comes fading back in. We do have our out target, though, down here, 33.70. This could be, once again, a disaster, but we're trying it on Nikola here. We're here to make some money, so let's see if this one wants to go. Right now it doesn't, though. Nikola back to the downside.
I'm looking at that 34.80. This is where I had my stop. It's a little bit higher, but it's the afternoon bottom, so I'm going to trigger along there, but I do like the consolidation that you see, which was a level here at 33.90, 34-ish. If it pulls back in, I might take a shot at a long. It's been a great morning. Obviously, you following along, lots of action. Just kind of curious, Valeria, where are we standing on the likes? My partner in crime with the matching shirt. It's like every day. Somehow managed to get the same shirt as everybody. But what do you got today for our likes? We can get to that 2K. Where are we at the pace?
Neil, I'm glad you asked because we literally need some support. More than 5,000 of viewers and just 700 of likes. So, dear viewers, please click the like button.
Yeah, and if you want to see Valeria like moonwalk in sort of an animation form across the screen, that's what'll actually happen when we hit some of those metrics, guys. It's obviously a lot of fun for us to do this, but definitely feeds that energy. Still watching over here in Nikola, doesn't quite get down to that 34. I'm going to leave my order at that 34.80 break just to take a quick shot at it. I'll go back to NVUS. I did get back into it. Did we just hit it? Literally right away, we hit the 1K mark, so there you go. I guess it's 1,500 for the moonwalk. My apologies. Gave you something to shoot for there now. Let's watch this sort of VWAP 120 area on NVUS. Certainly looks like it's an opportunity for another rollover. Again, if it tests penny stock status, I do expect support at both 105 and $1 even on NVUS. Brendan's got something for us. What do you have, bud?
Yeah, just having a look at ABUS. If you give me a sec here, we'll switch back over. Yeah, ABUS, guys, another one with news this morning surrounding a drug trial. So this one did try a little bit of a short here off the open, but look at this. About to take the top off, just a heads up, 21% on ABUS. Next stop could be way up here at 360, so a bit of room to go for this one if it does want to go to the upside. Valeria, very busy this morning watching what is going on over in Europe. What's up, V?
Hey, Brandon, Fiat Chrysler is up almost 10% after revising its planned merger with Peugeot. Back to you.
Yeah, FCA over in Milan, FCAU, if you want to have a look at the stock here in New York, guys.
I kind of like this one, CCL. If it does get going back upside, let's see if it can take out 1628 here. You have a decent little bottom side as well of 1606. So we'll average in, we'll take this out, and then see if it breaks the bottom. If it doesn't, then we'll take some out. We'll get some more at the top, and also try to average in downside right now. We are averaging in right now also to Nikola, which keeps going down, man. A big 34 spot. We took some more there, took some more there. So we're going to watch and put our money here on Nikola and see where that wants to go, but right now it looks like it's fading back through. That is Nikola, but we are going to look at that last stock here, CCL. Good little spot, I think, to get long right now.
Yeah, and Nikola there, the 34, I talked about like looking at that for a defense, but also the one Brendan just mentioned, ABUS. On the daily chart, it's going to show me long through the top end break of the pre-market high, but it's worth noting on ABUS here, on the daily, this is what Brendan was mentioning here. It's like a 360 with a consolidation top area if you go back into August. So I do feel like there's almost no chance that I wouldn't be thinking short if it got to that price. So 325 break gets you to 350, probably all out in front of it. But this one doesn't feel like it wants to go on the breakout, and you got to have a bit of a stop. Might actually hold this pre-market level, and if it does, I don't want to necessarily give it past this 15 mark, guys. So I did break into the long in ABUS. I think it's good maybe for 25 to 35 cents max. I'm going to only risk about 10 pennies on this one. If it breaks 15, we'll have to get out. NVUS, I'll get back to that one in a second. But Nikola, somehow on the way back up, I didn't get in. Might have to get a little more aggressive on that one to be able to catch this off of a 34 even. If that breaks, we'll revisit, guys.
Yeah, we're still in it, but yeah, it's not really too much on the way back up. We need this to go way more high. Well, not way more high. We're long at 34.47 right now, hoping that we can get out to the top here. But yeah, I am nervous about this stock. Obviously, there's tons of news here surrounding Nikola, so this is just going to either crush me or we could take a little bit of a high side move here up to 34.35. We did talk about some spots, and I hope we can get up here to talk about this. But 35.20, there's been some high ends here. 34.80 is where we're trying to get out if it does go higher, but looks like it's going to break lower right now, cracking through 34. A lot of negativity around this stock, so be careful with that one. The market is coming down as well, so we're averaging in here to CCL, and look, the bottom 16.05, we're not going to even wait for 16. If 16.05 breaks, we're going to be out of CCL, that's for sure, not letting 16 break on us. Brendan, what's up, bud?
Nice day for GSX here, Chinese-based online tech company, so they do education, online education. Wow, that was a decent move back to the downside. Was just looking at it, was at 99, now 94. So we'll double check on this, but GSX moving, guys.
GSX, definitely going to add that one to the list. Just a couple of longs and one short here. Do have Nikola, finally got in at like 15, chased it up a few pennies off that 34 even area. But ABUS looking like it's trying to hold. It was a dip down. Buyer stepped up in front of where my stop was going to be, so I see that happen. I get into a few more shares there. If it takes off the top, like I've mentioned, 350 is the ultimate target. 360 on that daily, expecting a possible reversal there. So ABUS on the run. Another one of these sort of small caps. I know we're usually shorting them. I think at some point I certainly will on some kind of a turnaround. But the long in the money on ABUS. We talked about it. Of course, it's almost always going to be on our watch list. Tesla. Look, no break of 430, doesn't give you the 420 dip buy opportunity, not testing 450 yet. So unfortunately, sideways action means I'm not going to be involved in Tesla. It is a $10, $15 range, but that's not a heck of a lot, and it has not broken out of it, guys. You can't force trades. Just because the stock is fun and cool doesn't mean as a day trader you can always jump into it. For me right now, ABUS going to start getting out of it once it gets about 335 on the way up to that 350 mark. Another runner here, volume good as well at 5 million.
All right, here we go, guys. Just talking with the producer. Okay, as we're going now, CCL making some moves to the upside. We're trying it right now, 16 and change. If we can get going through 16.30, we will take more long. But right now we're long at 16.14, hopefully not 44. Nicola's still holding this bottom. I don't know. I've already taken my shots. I have enough shares right now, so if it takes out this bottom, we're going to lose, and we're going to lose pretty badly. But right here, we're trying it. It's holding this out. We're going to give it a shot. Look, we're not in this business to not try. So here we go back to the upside. And we're only long right here, 1640. So, or 1640, 3440. Here it comes right now back to the upside. We'll take some out if we get back up here. 50s, just a little bit. And then we'll let this go to the upside. Actually, we're not going to take anything out. Let's see how high Nikola wants to go. We do have that 80 mark targeted. So if we can get up there, we will take that out. 3480 and then let it run to the high side. But like me and Neil keep talking, this stock doesn't seem to want to go anywhere right now, but CCL is moving upside nicely.
Yeah,
4 pennies in the money.
I mean, this is one of those things. I mean, CCL is probably going to go down as a regretful trade, but it was such a good opportunity. You can't have everything at 9:30. There's no way around it. You try to prepare as best you can. NVUS here, I want to update you guys. We're a couple of levels. Of course, that top, we had it short in front of it. When it broke that 115, which it just did, I was able to add to it on the way back up. Rolled over at 116, guys. So nice little move here. And then back to this 106. I talked about 106 and 1 even. Of course, those are the two places I'll get out. You'll see me layering some orders to get out around the 105, 106. If it breaks down to $1, I'll take even more out. If it breaks $1, I'm unlikely to have much more than like 10 to 20%. That's just the way I would look at it. It's a psychological barrier. Might catch a bit of a bid there. ABUS to the upside. We'll go to the moon on this one. Well, I'm not saying it's going to go to the moon. 350 is the first target. Just got some shares out in the mid 330 range. I did have a reload down at 321. As we mentioned here, and Brendan pointed out so eloquently, 360, a bit of a range bottom if you want to have a look at it here on the daily chart, which you should always do. Go to that higher time frame. So breakout on ABUS. I'm looking for it to roll over because I think maybe when it does fall, the short might be better than even this long.
Okay, CCL, bang. Another win right now on that one. And we'll do a little bit of money bags here. We're getting out at 21 right now. We are long right here at 13s now. So a nice little win here. Going to the upside, bringing us back to life a little bit. We still are waiting for 1630 to break. So there's lots to happen here. And again, some of these names, including CCL, on our watch list. And here we go. Time to promote the watch list. And here comes upside right now. Tesla on here. And here's CCL. Oh, yeah, by the way, CCL, when we talked about it, was 1750. It's now 1620. So here you go. CCL is on the board. Nikola, I'm in that. iPub, I've been in that. DraftKings, I'm in that. Peloton, Walmart, we're in that. There is the watch list, and it is free for your viewing pleasure. Watchlist.tradertv.live. Let's go CCL, and let's go Nikola. Nikola basically got me back to flat there, got a little excited, but who knows where this one's going to go.
You know what's hilarious, Sean? As you went through all those names, I look at the names I'm trading, and the one that I lose on is, of course, late to the short end NOX, and it's short sell restricted. Not on our watch list I traded. It's actually my worst stock of the day. That being said, you have to make sure you control your amount of risk. You're going to miss out on a move like this. It's even if you tried to get breaks like 50, very, very difficult when it is SSR. But there were little pullbacks that you could have had here and should have definitely taken advantage of some of them, guys. It's already 10:20. We've definitely traded some of these. Let's go to Brendan at the big screen for the small cap recap.
Yeah, a little more active today as far as small cap world is concerned, guys. There was a few to look at. This one, Cassava Sciences, big move yesterday on the Alzheimer's news. So they have Alzheimer's treatment that came back with positive results on a late stage trial. So this is kind of day number 2. You can easily see that by having a look at the volume today compared to even yesterday in the afternoon. I absolutely love that this thing had a big move up late in the day yesterday afternoon, kind of back to the highs of where we started yesterday in the morning, if you have a look at that. So this 775 area was a little bit of support you can see in the afternoon. Above that, $8, pretty obvious pivot. So wanted a whole bunch more of this if it got up into that kind of $7.75 to $8 area, working our way back down below $7 on Cassava Sciences. So nice look for the short on the downside this morning for that one. MRNS, we talked about it, I think all of us had it this morning, but tight little consolidation here. Pointed this one out just before the open. This level over here was 350. Came in the aftermarket yesterday, held 350, so resistance in the pre-market. Wanted more up there, closer to 350, gave you the flush down to $3. So a nice look there for MRNS. And this one, I made a mess of this. There was a big bid that showed up. We gave you a nice look into 344 to get as much as you wanted. Really nice flush off of the open. There was a big bid that showed up here and chased this thing all the way back up. But look at where we are now, 320. So did end up being a winning trade, obviously, but a whole bunch more left on the table there. Decent volume on OPK. Guys, back to you.
PK. Yeah, there goes Nicola, flush down there. So we did get out, and now we're going to get out of the rest if it does crack through VWAP downside. So yeah, Nicola gives it up. We'll try again, man. 33.90 if it goes, and then we'll get it out at this very bottom, 33.52. But here goes Nicola. Maybe we can get it again here, going through 33.90. But we still have decent amount of shares. I only got out of half there on that break. So whatever. I knew this one was going to be a little violent, but yeah, if it does break downside now, we got to get out. We can't hold this thing forever. 33.50 probably a good little spot to go on Nicola, guys.
Yeah, and speaking of try again, guys, I did reload here in ABUS. It was a bit of a break. It only got maybe halfway towards our target, so of course I'm going to have some shares out when that happens. Reload in front of that mid-teens price. If it breaks this, we'll have to give up on it. You know, Brendan teased this one a little bit, and it's a big day coming up for us on Thursday. If you follow along the show, I mean, obviously it's going to be stock related, but you know, coming up for those of you who are aware of who this person is, it is going to be, yes, that is Joshua Jackson. You might know him from. For me, I'm a little bit older, so I know him from Mighty Ducks. Of course, he does have a new show, but he also had that the great movie How They See Us on Netflix. So that's a fantastic one, but. He's with Daniel Cruz. It's to talk about liquid media, traded on the NASDAQ, and to talk about this, changing the game just a little bit. I don't want to spoil too much about the production industry, and they have an interesting tie into gaming. For those of us, Sean, that are into it, you guys are going to love this discussion, and it, of course, come back to stock related. Few names in their gaming catalog that bring back some memories for me, Sean. One of them, NBA Jam, baby. So interesting. Check that one out when it comes on Thursday. Should be a lot of fun for us.
Yeah, I like the NBA Jam. I like Glenn Rice. He hits tons of threes.
The Heat were unstoppable
in that game. Look at CCL. Yeah, he's awesome. Look at CCL right now. And I don't know. We don't even have a CCL thing. I was going to find the cruise lines, but we'll get the air horn for that because I can't find it. So CCL, look at this. Buy, all the way down here. Out to the top side. So hallelujah for that one as that keeps going to the upside. We did take a break. You can't see it in here, but I did tell you it's in here somewhere. Believe me, we are hella long now. We took a 16.28 break. So in here somewhere is my little up arrow showing that we are long now. So that's why my price is 28. So we are long there. On the downside of CCL, though, I don't really have too much of a target. We did go long again on that 33.85. We talked about 33.90 break, so we just take it a little premature there at 85. So we're back into basically a full load here on Nicola. So hopefully we can drop it off upside, but right now that doesn't look like it wants to go. So we'll wait on Nicola, but you know, we've made enough money on it the last couple of days that we can, you know, not really worry too much about losing, but you never want to do that kind of logic because today is a brand new day. So we're trying to make that money and make more money here on Nicola. So giving it a shot. We'll see. Long at 32, still have a target, and we're going to use this bottom 33.50 as our out, which could come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, speaking of outs, we talk about pigs getting slaughtered a little bit here, and I feel like it's not happening yet, so I don't want to prematurely hit the key, but I might have to line it up for you. I had a chance to scalp out on this rebuy in ABUS and get it out in front of 330. It is looking like it's going to roll over. You do look for short opportunities. When you go to that sort of a higher time frame look, there was a breakout through 25. It did not get very far. Next level's 360. If it rolls over here, this does turn into a short below 315, so I'm not going to hold any longs in front of it. Already a bit successful. You don't want to throw that money away by being greedy could be the word. I don't know. Either one, any way you want to call it. Got to have a stop. I'm going to start looking for the short opportunity on ABUS if we do break that 315. Hasn't happened yet, but you have to be prepared for that eventuality. Out of the long, looking for a short opportunity below 315 on ABUS. NVUS still holding, however, that 115. 106 exactly where we said so far being support.
Oh, man, I'm just sitting here watching Nicola and waiting for it to break. It's going to break downside, so we'll be out of that one. We won't be out of it all. I'm going to get out of the majority of it at 33.50 and then move on from there. So DraftKings, ooh, this is zoomed in too much. CCL really is the big dog right now. CCL, we technically, we were long at 16s. We were long down here, average price 14.5. So to see this thing and get some out at 38 there is just such a huge win. There goes Nicola downside there, but this was a monster there. CCL, we love this stock. This was one of my number one stocks for the year, quite frankly, and we got to go back to it, especially when they pre-report and then this happens, down 8+% here on CCL. So let's get out if this one cracks back downside, but we got to celebrate winners, and this is definitely one of those. So it's a cowbell here for CCL, but we are heading back to the downside. 16.28 is where we're basically hella long. Brendan.
Some of the solar is moving, guys. Canadian Solar, we talked about this one briefly last week, had a huge volume spike on the test of 31 there. So we came down, tested 31, huge volume came in, and now we're at day highs. So 6% to the upside. Yeah, they announced a huge offering last week. We mentioned it, but right back to the upside here. 6% for CSIQ, guys.
All right.
Yeah, nice little move up there. I just want to note MRNS, which I know we were all involved in here, making a test towards $4. It is sort of a 420 level that I'm looking for, not necessarily a 4 even break. This was the top on that news, yesterday's action. So that's the level I'm watching. There you go. Hit that little graphic for us there. I don't make it up. It's literally right there on the chart. It's 420. You can look it up yourselves. I didn't create this. If it does roll over shy of that, I'm going to grab that short with a 420 breakout possibility through there. Like I said, ABUS was going to do this, and I'll fall in the hole. The reload not working out. Just got out when it broke 315. Now starting to think about shorts in that name.
I mean, CCL, I keep talking about it, but we're going to explode the money for you on CCL. I mean, it just keeps on heading to the north side, and we're long that name, and we've been doing nicely on this one. Like I said, you can't really see it, but there is a green mark in there. That's why our price is 28 and is 11 cents in the money. But more importantly, we defended that bottom beautifully there on CCL. But we're ready for Brendan.
Another one with vaccine news, guys. EQ, Equilium, 20%. This level over here is 720, so just rejected hard right at 720, which was this high as well. So Equilium coming back in. Wish I saw this one a little bit earlier, but they had an initial meeting with the FDA regarding their COVID-19 vaccine testing. Looks like that was positive, so they're cleared to move ahead to the next stage of testing for their vaccine, guys.
Yeah, you wish you saw that. I wish I had, we talked about NVAX. This was on our watch list, of course, NVAX. And if you've been following the show, anytime this has positive news when it comes to their vaccine, it's always a fade trade using if it cannot take out the pre-market top here off the open, you're always looking to fade when it comes back down. That would have given you 112. But double bottom here at 106. Usually there's a recovery trade once a bottom is made in NVAX. So that's what I would be looking for now. You go into, this is a 3-minute here, guys. You go into the afternoon on the ramp up, was moving all the way up yesterday. You do have like a bit of a pull in the aftermarket to 106. There was some consolidation. That's right where yesterday's close is, 105.80. So if it does want to hold this price range, a breakout back up through like a 108 might be a scalp trade worth taking. However, just got to lock in the fact I missed a short opportunity. I don't want to force a trade here. It's got to hold this, almost like to see it consolidate a little bit longer and then pop up through 108. NVAX looking like it wants to hold positive on the day at this point.
Yeah, CCL, we're getting out at 40. This is a little VWAP spot here, so we'll take a little bit out here on a 3-minute. This VWAP right now at 1640. So we're taking some out. This is not a 3-minute chart. This is a 1-minute chart. So we did get as high. The CCL has been a big trade there, and I see you as well, Daryl. Thank you for the super chat talking about your trade. This is why I gave Daryl a shout out early on about CCL. So as always, killed CCL today. Congratulations, Daryl, for that, and one of our great members, one of the best members we've had on as a trader guest. So thank you for that, Daryl, and keep it going, man. It's great to see our viewers making that cash. So big time moves happening. Also, you know what, before we go to you, Brendan, I'm just going to give this to you because maybe you can come back with this, but NIO today is not on the watch list, but up 8%, looking to take out all-time highs. Is NIO the Chinese electric car company? What's up, Beep?
Yeah, they teamed up with another Chinese company. I'll get the name for you, but they teamed up with another Chinese company to expand some manufacturing. So they're offloading a little bit of their manufacturing. So that was a little bit of a news story. I think it was actually aftermarket yesterday, but I'll double check on that. But just want to mention AMD. What a bounce this thing had. 76 down here, which is basically the bottom end of the daily range. Straight back to day highs, coming up to 79. It's now up 1.3%, guys.
Right, yeah, AMD was one that I talked about early because we were looking at NVIDIA, but AMD, wow, what a beast that one is, to say the least. Okay, let's go over to it, though, quickly, because we've loved AMD. If we can get it back, 78.50, what a good pop-off spot there. 79 has a decent short as well. Dropped out of J&J vaccine trial as well, so we're going to watch J&J right here on some vaccine news. Look, these vaccine names don't stop coming, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. IPOB, of course, we did talk about this. It's also going to be on the watch list, SPAC Central here. And this is social capital. It has nothing to do with Virgin Galactic. This is their second one. So it's open door. This is the deal. It just broke back above that 1550. So after holding a couple of higher lows here at 1450, 15 even as well, I'm dipping into the long position. Going to give it to about 15 even to see if it can hold this area here. And then maybe retest some of these highs up at like 16, 18. If it breaks that, I'd like to hang on to a little bit, where I definitely would be all out in front of 17. If it has any kind of juice, that's fantastic. But a new long here is first trade for me in IPOB today. But on the list, guys, was always going to be something I was watching all day long. I'm also still holding this NVUS to the short side. Just going to reiterate what we had as a bit of a plan here. This is the re-entry point down around that 115, which is what my price is now. 105, 106 was always first level, one even. That psychological level to the downside. I will take more shares out in front of that. If we get a 10% return, happy with it. Breaking $1 is its own trade. So I'd probably jump in, take a quick little scalp, see if it can't retest to 79, which I was ready this morning to load up on a 79 break, and then it ramped up right before the open. So thank goodness it never kind of shook me in here in the pre-market. That would have been a disaster. But I am looking at that. If it breaks $1, I feel like 79 is the next obvious support level to the downside.
Okay, here we go. Nicola, we just take another shares long there, and we'll see what it can do now. Watching this 33 level, it's broken it and gone down to 32.90. So if it does that again, then we will be out here on Nicola. So we're going to give it one more shot, and then I still do like it breaking back up above here, 33.89. If that goes, then great. But this is the last straw for you, Nicola, until we get back up here. But yeah, like you said, the minute they started rolling that truck down the ramp there or down the hill, probably not a good sign for Nicola shareholders. Brendan?
This NNOX, just double checking, yeah, nothing new, but NNOX just can't get out of its own way here. $38 coming up again, which was this low on the initial push to the downside after Citron. It was Citron that came out with that short seller report on NNOX this morning, guys.
Hey, Citron busy this week, piling in on Nicola as well. But NVUS here, like I said, that area consolidation just got some more shares out at 107. I'm going to work, continue to work out of it in front of that buck guy. So it's going to be in the money for me. You're going to see it's a slower moving stock. Its volume is good. 83 million, actually. The volume's fantastic. This IPOB. Going to work into a few more shares here. Average price now locked in. I got 15.40. I'm giving it to around this 15 area, more of an area stop as opposed to a hard stop. Let's see if it can't hold a higher low. First target, like I said, 16. Second target on a breakthrough of this level, 16.20. I would look to take some out into like 40 or 50, and then the last move would be in front of 17. I wouldn't hold anything past that 17 mark. That's just how we like to go. We sort of teed a couple of things for you there, talking about Josh Jackson, but we do also, on our Market Wisdom page, whoa, what happened there? There you go. There's the picture of Valeri you guys want to see here. Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to know how to maximize profits. So we're dropping the video today. You'll see it at the end of the show. Come in on our Market Wisdom page. How do you maximize profits? What are some simple strategies you can do to become more efficient, make more out of your winning trades? A very, very important part of any trader's sort of progress and journey. That is dropping today, guys. So check that one out. As always, if you want us to cover some different topics, throw it in the chat, comment in the video, tweet at any of us, guys. A good way to do it. We love to please the crowd and do videos that you guys want to see.
40, 50 cents. Yeah, just watching out for Microsoft here. 208.40, not a bad spot here on Softy, but the problem is VWAP is up here at 208.50. So we'll take some Mr. Softy long here and then use a bottom of 208.70 maybe for that exact bottom. Possibly getting some long anyways. Why don't we do some of that right here? We'll get some long at 207 or 208 flat if we can get it. That should be good. Nicola, finally, we did a little bit of a bottom pick there. We'll get some out if it comes back to the upside right now, but Nicola, we're still looking for this level, 33.80. We're long at 33.40 now, so it keeps going back to like where I'm flat and then crashes down. So let's see if we can have a little different fate here in Nicola today. Not today, but right now. We're not down too much on it. We can make this all back. We just need this to get upside. We'll take some more here at 33.80 and then see if it flushes down through. But right now, nice little move to the upside here. Finally back into the money on Nicola. Let's see how high this wants to go. We just defended 33. We took a few more shares there. So okay, I don't believe in this that much. I talked about that yesterday. Although I am a shareholder, I don't believe in this stock too much anymore. So I'm pretty light, just waiting to see some of the pin action on this stock as we go. Look at CCL, man. Man, did we ever get out of this one beautifully at the top now with 5% left. Used to hold 10, now we're only holding 5. 5% left, and we're gonna give it all the way back here to basically flat, which is where it is, 16.25, guys.
Yeah, watching this move, of course, in NEO, guys, double top at 21 even. That's what I'm going to be watching here. If it tries to roll over at 20, it just tested to the quarter mark. I might take a one stab at it. I would much prefer if it made a real test at the high of the day before jumping in front of a freight train, guys. So it's much, much better level. It is trying to go off of 20.25, so a bit of a fail break at 20 even. It might be worth a short, quick little scalp off 20, but I would have much preferred this if this had happened at 21. So I would reserve the right to double down and go a little bit heavier off that 21 area. For now, I'm going to try a quick little retrace off 20. It is a big move. It's gotten 2 legs to the upside on NIO here. And watch it, IPOB is testing that 15. That could be a loser if it breaks that even.
207.83. Yeah, I'm also just looking at this mover here on Microsoft. So CCL, we already have that out, so we're going to watch that. Microsoft, this could be a good spot to start thinking about getting in right now on Microsoft. We talked about that, the bottom being right here, but watch out. The futures are coming down. We're gonna reserve judgment on Microsoft right now and hold off on getting in on that one until we get down here, 207 and change. Just don't want to take a shot in the dark on this name. Would rather it break above this little level right here, 208.25, before we get super excited on Mr. Softy. So we'll wait. I was talking about picking some up in here. I did not do it. We're going to wait to see if this volume is real. Picking up through now, coming to the downside. What's up, Miro? Glad to have you part of our team now. Miro Luchanin there. Probably brutal that name, but we're going to wait to see here. Now Microsoft coming downside. Watch out here if you're holding this stock. It could break down through 207.50. Next level, 207 flat. Sector watch time, B.
It is that time, guys. Let's have a look at the S&P 500, see what is driving the ship so far today. 0.8%, 0.86% to the upside. So we're off the highs a little bit, but still holding on to a nice gain. Yeah, I got to point out these right off the bat here. Consumer discretionary stocks, all the cruise lines after that preliminary report from Carnival out this morning, 8.8% to the downside there for Carnival. So all of them, RCL and Norwegian there to the downside. Even the hotels coming under pressure here a little bit because of that report. So Wynn and LVS in negative territory. Interesting to note, though, where did it go? I lost it. MGM. MGM was positive. If it pops back up here, I'll let you know. Healthcare stocks are in positive territory so far. The entire pharmaceutical group. Nice to see. It's been a while, but the entire pharmaceutical group in positive territory. Yeah, a little note there on J&J regarding their Spain vaccine trial. When the AstraZeneca news came out, a few participants in J&J's trial actually dropped out, so not a big deal. But the trial is continuing. J&J, nice day, 1.4% to the upside. BDX and BAX, those were earnings. down both 1.3%. Tech stocks in control. Once again, Oracle, ADSK, CTSH, and PayX among the leaders. 2+% for all of these to the upside so far today. There are a few. Western Digital having trouble today in the hardware maker space, down 1.4%. DXC also in negative territory. Here we go. Here's the travel. That's MGM. I wanted to point that out. 1.5%. Way over there on the communication side of things. Netflix, Facebook, and Comcast. Three leaders there. 3%. 2.5% for Facebook, and Comcast 2.3%. So some of the communication stocks and media stocks all in positive territory down here. You can see EA, VIC, Google as well. 2% to the upside. So a nice day overall, guys. We're up 0.8% right now for the S&P. Back over to you.
All right, Nicola's trying. Yeah, good recap there. It's already 10:41. Citigroup's trying here. We did go long here on a breakthrough of Citigroup. Just going to give it back here to 50s or so, 52, 53 on that break. So 20-cent risk to try to get it to 20 cents up here. 46.80 would be great if Citigroup can do that. I don't know. It looks like it wanted to break and then stop. So look at the S&P though. This is kind of why I like it. Market is falling. So if we can get some steam back to the north side here on the market, Citigroup should follow. But remember, they did come out with decent report about future earnings, but then they got double downgraded there. And we saw what happened yesterday. Citigroup just got beat down yesterday, down another 5%, down 3% again today. So Citigroup now making moves, man. 46.80, I told you, is going to be where we're going to look at for an upside target. And our poor Nicola got going right to VWAP, right where I'm long. This is right where I'm long. So I'm long at 44, so that's VWAP. It got going there. I thought it was going to go through. We didn't take any out, but whatever. We're going to see what that wants to do now. And here comes Citigroup. We're going to average in one time on this right there, and then we'll see if it comes to the upside. But the futures, man, they're cracking lower here. So this one may again be a loser, but we'll wait to see. Taking a risk here on Citigroup, maybe retracing back to the upside. Here it comes failing, though.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the slap shot. Yesterday, I had no idea what was going on in hockey. I do know Vegas got beat down, so that's at least interesting. I do have a certain Subban who played there. There was a friend as a goalie. But Neo here, look, this is going to be more of a scalp trade. I did talk about this. I would have preferred if this move had happened off of 22. So yes, it's a good breakdown through 20 even. It's holding. It's moving to the downside. But certainly, I would have liked it much better and maybe dug in a little bit deeper if that had failed at that double top on the daily at 21. It's just it's easier to short off of levels like this as opposed to a retracement here 20 even. So I will take it all off in front of VWAP if I get that chance. I did say here was going to be a scalp and would not be as big of a trade as it would have been off of 21. And I'm going to stick to that plan. So a couple of thirds out. Actually, half the trade out right now, and a couple of legs I will get out in front of this 1970. Only looking at overall probably 10, 15, and 20 to 25 cent wins on the way down. And Neo, if it had been 21, would have been a bigger trade. The other short that we still have on is NVUS. I talked about a couple of levels here for you guys. First 106, then $1 even. You sort of a penny stock status coming in here, guys. I am out of almost everything, and I did mention I would hold about 20%, no more than 20% in the event that one does turn into support. It's really not even that big of a bid down at $1, more of a psychological level, but got to figure some stops are going to be down at $1 that are still heavily in the money, up 170%. It was a 38 cent stock yesterday. I think more profit taking could come in if it breaks a buck. That's why I want to be exposed to the short. 79, the ultimate target. I was going to go short in the pre-market at that price. Got to figure there's some support there again.
Yeah, 516. I mean, here goes. I mean, the market just keeps fading itself all the way back down, and we're long. I'm trying to get short on something, and I'm wondering if NVIDIA may be that name here to get short. But again, if the market turns around, you're going to get your face ripped off through NVIDIA. So 518.75 here was going to be my kill spot on a short. But again, we are long. We just took long more Citigroup there, breaking through 44. So long, and out now on Citigroup. So we'll wait to see if this one wants to get going back to the upside as well. But right now, the futures just continue to fall, and so does this bank, this beat-down bank. Okay, you know what the thing is? There is some resistance here at these levels, 25, 26, so I think this may be worth a shot down here as well. 46.25-ish here on Citigroup, trying to make some of that money back, 46.25. Yeah, not bad. Let's take another long here, see if it can get back going here, but the futures They no likey right here, Brendan.
I mentioned this INO a little bit earlier. This one, yeah, kind of struggling here at the top now as well. I mentioned this 15 to 15.20 area a little bit earlier. We're not there yet. Still only 14 at the high there, but watch 15 kind of up here. 15, I'll grab the line. So this is 15.20 on INO, but starting to fade off. Volume picking up for sure. 19.5% for INO, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Look, it's all about that volume picking up. I think that's going to be that key metric, guys. Just want to get back to IPOB. It's the only long that I have on right now. Thankfully, with the market falling off, it's still in its consolidation mode. Anytime you get something which has its own catalyst, I don't expect this SPAC to necessarily follow the market here. But worth noting, it's still holding the sideways action. It's got to break 1560, get up to that 16 area before I start taking any profit off. It is that 15 area stop that I have. NVUS is putting up a bit of a battle here at $1, which is pretty much exactly what I would have expected. Like I said, that psychological level. I did get some out right at $1. From here, if it holds below, I'm probably not taking anything out until the low 90s, and then hopefully holding on to some for the low 80s in front of that 79 target. One last short that we got on right now is going to be NEO, of course. Starting to ramp its way back up here. I have taken off half the trade. And now at this point, I'm going to go with a break-even stop. Like I said, as much as I like the setup there, it came back below 20, bit of a failed break. Not a price that I would dig in. I think it still has to test that all-time high. It would seem, I'll be a little surprised if it didn't make a run at some point this week or next in towards that 21, which is a much better short if it fails a third time there.
Okay, yeah, we're trading a little bit of Bitcoin here, but it's not really doing too much, so we're waiting on that. Okay, Citigroup, we did take another shot at it. This is going to be another fail, it looks like, here on Citigroup. We were initially short, and now we're averaged into it, so let's wait to see here. Taking out this 46.19 bottom, we'll see if that hits. 46.22 was the bottom there. We started going long on this break, thinking we could get to VWAP, and then stubbornly stuck with it. Because look at this future. The futures are ripping, not ripping. I mean, this is 5 handles, but a nice move upside there, and Citigroup not participating. So if it wants to get going, fantastic. But right now, it doesn't look like it. So we're trying to hold on to the Citigroup. And of course, we have a couple hundred shares right now of Nikola. So if that can get back to the upside, we'll try to celebrate a little victory on that. But 33.80 is where we're looking for Nikola right here, guys.
I believe, Brennan, you got something for us, bud?
2 days in a row, guys. Positive note out on Square. So 2 days in a row to the upside. You can see we had a big move yesterday from 137 up to 144. We're all the way to 153 today. So another analyst coming out today talking positively about Square.
Oh, God.
Yeah, cash, forget about that during a pandemic. But look, it is sort of pulling back into that 152. You do see it rounding the corner, as you could call it, or rolling over is the other way that we like to say it. There wasn't a necessarily significant level on the daily here, but it's worth noting, like 153, 152.50, sorry, was a bit of one. So the fact that it's turning here, not a horrible notion for a retracement. Probably more of a scalp through 152 for me. Very similar setup to NEO, and I'm going to take a shot at it right here on Square. It just rolled over now through that 152. So if it breaks down, it gives you 150, fair enough. But I wouldn't give this all the way to the high of the day, given the relative strength that it's had. Brendan, again, what do you have?
GM having quite a day here, guys. Day highs, first of all, on GM, on decent volume as well. That is because there's just some headlines coming out about them getting into electric air taxis, possibly, as soon as next year. So apparently they're exploring the options in aerial taxi, or in the aerial taxi market, which could include an electrical aspect to it. So nice little pop here on GM on decent volume, guys.
So there was a wick here, and I got out of Citigroup, which was a huge mistake. It doesn't even break, and then it goes back to the upside. So that's just the kind of day that we're having there. The Citigroup would now be in the money quite nicely, but unfortunately there was this wick down there that triggered our outs. So there we go. We are out of Citigroup, but it's still not really moving. Just want to give you guys an update that is an out there. We're going to try to get back in if it does fall just a little bit further. So good trade here on Citigroup on the average in, but we are out there on a bad wick. So we'll wait to see if that one can come through again for us. Hopefully we can get in a little bit lower on that stock now, 46.25-ish. We'll put some trades on there, but Citigroup, we just out of it, but we don't mean to. So we're just going to give you guys that little bit of an update. And look, I don't know if that GM story is good for Nikola or not, but maybe Nikola can power some of those air taxis. We'll see. It's making a move now. We're long here off the bottom. We're long right here, though, on an average price of 33.40. Let's give it some room and see.
Yeah, a GM here, that little spike, there was consolidation, 31.50, so it's not even that big of a move on this little volume spike. You do have to feel like if there's a big flushes in Nikola, you might see some sympathy plays overall in GM as well. So I would at least be a little bit cautionary there. So if Nikola bounces, I definitely have more juice behind General Motors here, which is actually only up about 1%, guys. So not a tremendous move to the upside. I do want to get us very quickly back to that ABUS. Like I said, you have to take it out on that little breakout. It did break that 315 mark. I was looking for a short opportunity. It never really came. It didn't retest back towards that pre-market high at 325. So I didn't get in that way. The other way is going to be a battle here at $3, 3 even. If the buyers lose out on this one, I'm looking for a breakdown here, but there was some chop down to about 290, and then you have 285 opening range bottom. So definitely a scalp. 285 could be the better level. It is 1050 already. Brendan, what is the good news in currency land?
I have none. I don't know. Let's look. It's mixed, really. There's not a heck of a lot going on. There's a few things to the downside today. One of them, the pound, once again, off the highs here. It's still in positive territory, but off the highs significantly. It was up about 0.5%. You can see we got back above 129. Mentioned this yesterday. There's still a lot of things, details being ironed out with the deal between the UK and Europe as far as some of the import-export laws, some of the immigration laws, how that's going to work with Brexit. So huge move down over the past little while, starting to bounce off of 128. But coming back in, as I mentioned, was up about 0.5%. Euro is negative. Canadian dollar basically flat today, 75 and change, almost 76 once again. Japanese yen and the Swiss franc back in accordance with each other, down 0.3 and 0.09%. Australia and New Zealand both having decent days, 0.3% to the upside once again. It's been 4 or 5 sessions in a row now for these two to the upside. Also, cryptos, guys, pretty quiet day so far. Ethereum now down 2.75%, while Bitcoin is holding on to a slight gain. They were both in positive territory start of the day, guys. Back over to you.
Bitcoin, you say. Okay, we tried Citigroup again, and that's gone. So we'll say forget about that with Citigroup. We're still waiting for Nikola to actually do something. So if that could happen, then hallelujah on that. 33.40, it's just hovering around these levels. So if Nikola can go, that would be fantastic for me. And other than that, though, CCL now nicely in the money again. We take another long. Look at CCL turn around from this spot and just start ripping up. So we're long right now at 16.28. We've been long there forever. We gave it all the way back to flat. I talked about 16.25. Would have been a great reload spot there, but CCL, wow, big time move to the upside here as it just keeps on going. CCL, nice win, 27 pennies now. Nikola breaking through 50. Try. Let's see where it goes from here, Nikola, guys.
Yeah, I'm now looking at PSTV, of course. This is a small cap that I don't know if we did mention this. I'm sure Brendan did at least. But watch this bottom it's putting in here on consolidation. Pre-market low that I care about. Forget about what at 7 o'clock. Pre-market low you care about is 295. But I'm taking a 3 break anyways, guys. So going to have a look at that one as well on PSTV. I want to get you back over to one that is continuing to fall. I got trailed out of Cassava Sciences. It was a great short in that 740 range. Was able to get some out in the southbound at 7 even. Then I got stopped out, trailed out. It's continuing to flush towards some fresh lows. This off the parabolic move yesterday. Just worth noting, when you go back to this daily chart, this 675 where I get out in front of previous support, that has now broken. It seems like there could be a short that gets you back down into that $5 range. I'm not going to be done with this stock by any stretch of the imagination. I'd love to be shorting it off of 7 on pullbacks. Might have to settle for a breakdown around 660 to 650, as you can see going back into the 14th. There was a bit of support down there. So that's the next level I'm looking to break on Cassava Sciences. That'd be 650. Trying to be patient with this one. Also trying to be patient with NVUS, guys. This was another one from the morning that we've been all over. Brent, one of our members here, ducking out of this one, I think, saying he's all done with the short. I still have a little bit on. Like I said, if one even breaks out in front of 90, out in front of 79, I do have a little bit left on that 20% that I'm working with. If it pulls back, I'd probably jump back in for a smaller amount in front of that 115. Again, it's been 2 shorts. First, identifying that higher time frame 130 top on the daily. That rolled over once. did stop me out the rest of it. Jumped back in when it broke that support at 115. Consolidation out at the bottom of consolidation, out on the break to 106 and 1 even that we gave you, and then now waiting for that 90 to 80. So it's all about having a plan. I got one in the one long we got over here in IPOB. Of course, this SPAC making some moves on the day, but sideways action. So I'm long at 1542 here. It has held some support, 1450, 15 even, and now going sideways. If it does break 15, gotta get out of it. However, if we can break through that 50 mark, I think we get to that 16 first target, and then through there, we can chase to like 60s, 70s, all out in front of 17 even is the way that I would go. But you're seeing on almost no volume, just sideways and boring action in IPOB. I think it breaks at some point. There's no way it's gonna hold a tight range for the rest of the day, guys. That's just how it's gonna be here on one of these. I am going to give you one more thing here, guys. We've teed it up a couple times, but I got to keep telling you, on Thursday, lock and load it up, guys. We do have two big guests coming through. One you're going to recognize here. That's going to be Josh Jackson. And Daniel Cruz, of course. Liquid Media, you can find it on the NASDAQ. We will be talking about that production company based on the West Coast here in Canada. So, Canada action. Definitely you want to tune in, guys. It should be a very, very interesting discussion. I'm looking forward to it. Going to be coming at the end of the show on Thursday. Brennan, what do you have for us, buddy?
Yeah, really excited about Mr. Jackson coming by on Thursday. Chairman Josh Jackson of Liquid Media. YVR on the NASDAQ. You can have a look at that. The only Canadian production company listed in the U.S. SGMS. We mentioned this one yesterday, guys. Monster move to the upside yesterday. Follow through again today. 2 days in a row. 10.5%. Just made a day high there on decent volume. Just above that 29.30 for SGMS, guys.
Yeah, just actually took some more shares in NVUS as it did hit that penny market. Well, not that penny mark, that dollar mark again, and a bit of an iceberg. If it chews through this, I think it has a decent shot to flush. So I'm going to dig in just a few more shares off of this one even level. I think it gets to that 90 or to that 79 mark if it does break. I want to get back over to NEO. I talked about this one, possibly running out of steam around VWAP for the time being. That's true. Again, it's going to be some sideways action. I would watch to see if it can hold like 1960. Get through that price, you might actually see the floodgates open up just a little bit on NEO. It was one short and done for me through 20. Accidentally reversed long. So I just get out at the spread. That's why you're going to see that last execution there. Don't hang on to a trade you don't want. Yeah, I could have made a couple of pennies off of it, but that's not the way to make money, guys. If you have an accidental position, just get out of it right away like we always say.
Okay, what is Citigroup doing here? 46 even. Oh, okay, that's where it just bounced off of. Okay, we just refilled our coffee, but we're back. That goes down to 46. That would have been a good spot, possibly, to go long, but we've been getting hit here today on Citigroup. So going long again may not be the right thing to do, but here it is, going to the upside, breaking off that 46. Could be a little bottom pick there, but look at the futures though, man. The futures are ripping to the north side, and by ripping, I just mean they're retracing back upside. JP Morgan may be the better name to go. Banks getting hit here as tech continues to go. This is an Apple day today, and we haven't even looked at Apple yet, so I don't know what the hell's our problem. 116.30, and this is why I'll show you in a second. It's just been going down, 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 even though the NASDAQ is up 1.27. We were as high as 118, and since then, every single move up has sort of been faded with new higher lows being made here as we go. So, lower lows, lower highs, bang, then here, in here, then again, now we're going here. So watch out, man. Just keeps getting faded out. 116.80, maybe a good spot to go to the south side on Apple, but I hate shorting this thing. However, on days like this, I don't think they're expected to do too much. Maybe a new iPad, and then maybe some talk about chips in their own MacBook again. They've been doing that. So, all right, look. Here's Nicola. I'm on this name. We keep waiting for this to break, and it's not. It did break for us just a little while ago. Goes up to 33.56. We don't take any out. We're long right here on Nicola, and it's a big position. So we're just hoping that this can go for us finally on not a great day today, but MRNS, Microsoft has been good as well. CCL has been fantastic, and that's about it. What's up, Brendan?
DPHC, the other crazy SPAC that's been moving around over the past little while here. I was just trying to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days green here for DPHC, another 3%. It's about to clear this high here at 29, guys.
Yeah, SPAC Central. I talked about PSTV taking out that bottom. It does make a first move through that 3 even. I do get in, sort of fading in front of that 295. So what I mean by that is you short into the level break. So using that $3 even area for some momentum. If it breaks 95, that's a place to add to the position. We just want to make sure I do catch some of this retracement. I like the fact that it did try to test towards this 360 level in the pre-market and then failed back in. So it does become or maintain a short. Like I said, also digging into the NVUS. I want to quickly jump you guys back over to Peloton. Another test at that 85. Failing through, it got like 20 cents or so before coming back in. But Peloton, if it makes a third test at this level, you have seen some sideways action here after that massive pullback off of 100. You can see that on the daily chart. So, look, there is some room to run. Just going to go quickly over to like a bigger time frame so you can see a little bit better here. If we do catch a break at this 85, you have to watch for yesterday's top at 85.75 and then another level here at 87. So it's some chop to get through before you make a bigger run. I'm looking to see if we can't definitively take out this 85, maybe like 85.25. You wait until that level breaks to grab that long into that 87 area, guys. So let's see what happens with Peloton. Not there yet for me. I want to see it make a definitive breakthrough of this high of day.
40. Yeah, just looking at this one, I'm going to put my money on what I consider the best CEO around, Mick Jagger. Okay, Jamie Dimon right here. We're going to go long with JP Morgan on a 101.25 break. All right, let's throw it back over to Bob Sparkland. What's up? What's up, Larry? That's an inside joke, guys.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe mostly in a positive territory today. Only Warsaw is down 0.84%. Russia is leading up 1.65%. Britain is up 1.13%. Germany is up 0.12%. And Italy is up 0.77%. Fiat Chrysler is up 9.03% after revising its planned merger with Peugeot. That's all with the Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
Yeah, just watching a Tesla attempting to break somewhat out of this range. 445 is the current top, but you watch out, and I apologize for these wicks here, but you can see back on the second, there was a bit of a 450 top going into most of the day. It was a big time flush down through 480, and then 450 holding, which would need to break as well. So now 445, I think, is might scalp into it for $3-4 if that's your cup of tea. 450 seems like the bigger level here that we work with to the upside. So Tesla looking like it wants to finally break out of the range and get going a little bit here, guys. But you don't want to force trades in some of these names. I'm going to stay away from that break because I like 450 a little better. Yesterday was very, very similar. One of my best stocks was waiting for Tesla just a little bit. I want to get you guys back to square, so that quick little short, very, very tight stop. It does not roll over deep enough. Could have had like a 50-cent scalp. Was looking for about $1 and risking about 50 cents to make that buck. So we're in and out of square. One shot and done there. Neo worked, square didn't. So that particular setup, only 1 for 2 today.
Okay, Brendan, there's some news on Kraft Heinz, KHC right now, looking to be announced Tuesday maybe for a deal for some of its cheese businesses. So we'll see if that is true or not. 32.50 right now, looking for long side movement possibly here on KHC. So let's see where it wants. There it is. Who hit that? That's pretty smart. Valeria, wow. Good job there. That's great. Just so fast on the keys there. All right, here we go. So we're long at 52. It does go up there to 70. The top side today, 32.80. Let's take out a little bit up there just in case this rumor is a fugazi. We don't want to be caught in that. And that basically means a fake. So we'll wait to see 32.70 here, 32.80 KHC. We're in the money right now, 10 cents. But as you guys know me, I want more than that. What's up, B?
So a couple of things. They did, I saw this in the pre-market actually, they did update their current quarter numbers in the pre-market. In that report, they were talking about some cost-saving measures that were going to be coming up. One of those is the possibility of offloading a few portions of the business, which is what Sean was referring to there. But they also saw a huge jump in online e-commerce sales they were talking about right now over the past few months, over the past quarter as well. So there's still actually some coming out here, guys. So give me a few minutes and I'll read through this and come back with the rest of this.
Yeah,
few
that's
minutes
what he
you
does,
get.
guys. I mean, he'll plow through something like that and give you guys a juice, and that you have no idea how invaluable that is to not be trading blind here. I want to get you guys back to NNVUS here. NVUS, some sideways action consolidation at $1, which I did say would be a bit of a battle. New short. I did jump in at $1. There was an iceberg that got taken out, and then it held the top end of consolidation. I added shares when that happened at 103. It's now headed down towards that 90 target, but because I added more, I will take some off in front of that 90 even area. And then from there, 79, the ultimate target. That was the pre-market bottom. I saw that level hold when I was preparing for the show here, guys. So there's no way I'm going to hold any shorts past there. I'll be elated if we get all the way down to 80 cents. But for now, taking this one out short at 101 in front of 95 and then in front of 90. Ultimate target, of course, 80 cents. Brennan, what do you got?
Okay, so it's the cheese portion of the business, which is Lactalis. Which is a French, it's based in France. They're talking about a $3.2 billion deal for that portion of the company. It hasn't happened yet, so they're nearing a deal. That's the language that was used. They're nearing a deal to sell that portion of the business. They don't actually say who the buyer is, but Lactalis, which is their cheese portion, guys.
Lactalis, you say?
Great.
Okay, we are long, and look at CCL, bang! That's been a big one. Pigs get slaughtered, as you know, but we did hold the majority, not the majority, some of this. The majority was definitely not the right term, but we got out mainly here at 40 on some of this resistance. Got long again, the first time at 28 on the big move, and then now we're getting out here at VWAP. So some nice little action happening here for us on CCL as that continues to go upside. Citigroup, meh, is just chilling out here. We did not get long at 46 like I promised I would. So that was a fail right there. But here goes Kraft Heinz going to the upside right now. We'll look to take some out here. Why not take some out at 74, 75 if we can? There's a 21-cent winner for you. So we're flossing that one off all day if we can. And we can move to the upside now. 80s, go, go, go. We'll see how high Kraft Heinz can go on this news. Selling a division, I mean, I don't know how profitable that is, but dairy, obviously a big one. Kraft Heinz doing quite well for themselves now anyways, with obviously everyone sitting at home right now using their products. So Kraft Heinz, cheese, please, as we go 31-cent winner right now. So yeah, that is a chicken dinner winner for all y'all right now. 31 cents. Let's go to the upside.
Yeah, Brent, I wish you'd hung on to this one. I hope you're not necessarily done one of our viewers here riding along with this NVUS trade. I said don't look at gift horse enough. That's why I hit that key for you. And I'm going to go with that. We did reload. This is our third short in NVUS. We set up each one of these ones for you. It did just roll over. I just got a bunch out in front of this 95 area. And then going to take some more out in front of 90, guys. So everything's sort of going to plan with this one. I will slide my stop to 105, closer to, not quite break even, but closer to that range, guys. And that IPU OB, SPAC Central, Snooze Fest Central, as it continues its sideways action. At some point, I might actually just go with a hard stop because I have it up here and I have an area stop at 15. It's so sleepy. I don't want to have too much of my attention wasted with it here. If it breaks out, great. Otherwise, I'm just going to put an actual hard stop at 15 even, so I don't have to watch level 2 all day long, guys.
All right, so we're finally watching Nicola here. We've just got out a nice little part here. We're out of more than 50% now. No, we're out of exactly 50% of our KHC. So we'll see if that one wants to go. Okay, here's our big bad Nicola finally. It's in this range. If we break out 33.60, maybe we go. We talked about 33.66. We also talked about this level here, 33.80. So we'll go longer there. But see, look, it gets right up to VWAP again and fails. So I really feel like I should be getting out of this for flat, but I don't know. We'll just continue on this one. Wow, Penn making all-time highs here. PENN, $70 close to. Wow. Now 69 and change. Congratulations to Barstool Sports and Dave Portnoy, Davey Day Trader, just crushing Penn. I mean, they took this stock over, I think it was in the 30s or so was when they not took it over, but took a stake in Penn before this happened. This may be the COVID winner without doing anything crazy. Penn down to 5, up to 70. Do the math on that one, 10, 20, 15 times more movement on Penn right now, up from that bottom. So what a great move that is. Also, obviously, in the casinos there as well. So Penn Gaming, a big casino, and now they have the Barstool Sports app to go as well with that. So big things happening. And also, DraftKings, don't sleep on DraftKings. It's been a big loser, not a big one, but it was a loser for me today. We're right back to the top here on DraftKings.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to get back to TSM, which I know, Brendan did come with this one. You're seeing a parabolic move up, very similar to a couple of names that have extended their moves into this lunchtime hour. Topping out here 85.70, now trying to hold below 85, but I would look more at this like 84.75. Get into that 25-cent range. If it fails there, could be a pullback trade in there for you. It's worth noting it's already sort of breaking out through this 84.15 range, which I would anticipate could be some support down at 84.15. This is on the daily chart, guys. So you look at the top end of that range, there could be some support there. And if that's the case, you are really looking at maybe like a 50 to 60 cent type scalp trade into that support area. I will continue to update you almost at that 10% mark on NVUS, guys. It's multiple shorts on this, and that's a good way to approach a stock, a penny stock. If you sit there and try to hold one trade for the whole move, it's kind of not the best approach. If you can be active, of course, we have direct market access to Day Trade the World, so you're going to see all of these executions that I've made, probably at least, on just getting short 3 times, I have 7 different executions, and then getting out of it, I probably got at least a couple of dozen, and I'm not even done with it yet, guys. So the target, of course, it's heading towards that 90. I did give the ultimate target at 79. And if 79 breaks in the pre-market, I might just go short again through that price as well, even though it will have fallen literally 40% off the top. It could fall even further. This was a 38-cent stock yesterday. Sometimes they go all the way, guys.
Oh man, oh man. Now, yeah, good little camera shot there. And you know what? Why not? Let's do a fruit salad right now. It's 11:11. Good time here. I don't think they sell fruit salad at 7-Eleven, but maybe they do. Here we go. It's fruit salad time, and it's full today. We've been talking too much. Here we've got our water here as well. We've got fruit salad. We've got a couple coffee cups. We've got some art on the wall. We've got our sweater here. But today's fruit salad brought to you by the wonderful tasting blueberries. Blueberries. Get your antioxidants right now. Get your blueberries fresh from Ontario. Hopefully the blueberries can give us a little bit of luck as we go right now back to the market. There's my little sales pitch for blueberries. I don't know. We'll see about that, but a healthy snack and a tasty treat to go. CCL right there, bang that one out. We hit it. We do some backflips for CCL today. Big time trade, one of my best stocks. We are long at 16.28. We just took out 40 cents here on a big name for you. AstraZeneca making moves back upside. DraftKings at 49 even. And then Nikola, we're looking to get longer here, man. If it breaks 33, we're in trouble, but maybe get some more position shares in here, get our average price a little bit better. It's come right to view up numerous times for us, and that's right where we're long, so I can't drop it. We're hoping for a break to the upside on some positive news, but the news has not been very positive lately for Nikola, so this one could not possibly be a good trade, but we'll wait to see, averaging in, see if we get a better price, and then drop it below 33 if that happens.
Yeah, a name from yesterday's action, we talk about this. If there's ever a stock that you see in play that might be a bit of a mover, keep it around and sort of have a look at it the next day as well. I don't know, where did Smile Direct Club? I'll have to manually put this one up for you guys. I don't know where it went on my quote board, but Smile Direct has been one that we've been watching. Today, again, testing through the top. I was kind of hoping that you would get some consolidation above, sort of open above that 12 even area, give you some consolidation to ramp up, but fail break in the morning through that price. It's making another break right now through that 12 even, and we talked about the break at 11.50 and 12, looking forward to it. I'm going to have a look at this top end. It's going to be 12.10 at this time. And when you go to the daily chart, this is what I like about it. This was the break on the daily at 12 even. I wanted to gap up and hold above. That's not the way it plays out. But if we can take the top off here, like we said, lots of room to run up towards that 15 high in Smile Direct. So I'm looking at that 12.10 break. It worked yesterday around this time of day. Let's see if we can't rinse and repeat 12.10 Smile Direct. Only a few pennies away. Got the order triggered in. A name from yesterday. Keep those locked and loaded. You don't want to overtrade it this time. Go back to some of the levels that you like. Revisit some of the trades you've been successful on. Stick with the reads that work. Don't overtrade. I only got IPOB, which is snooze fest. And a great short, my best stock of the day, NVUS, overtaking that MRNS from this morning.
KHE, yeah, MRNS still one of my top stocks for sure for the day. What a great trade. I mean, look at MRNS. Good talk there. Neil, look at the short, and out and bang, out our last 10% for flat, and now it's ripping to the upside there. So good thing we're out of that one. We did average into some Nicola here at 26 or 27. So now our average price, a little bit better, 38. So if we can get back up here to 58, we'll probably take out a little bit, but we've got to get there first. So Nicola trying to hold that 33 bottom. Look, my real play on this one is similar to the Walmart play yesterday. We know there's news about this stock. If it drops down, pie on face, we'll get out of that one and we'll lose after just trying. And I don't want to say we're in hope mode because technically I like the way this is set up right here. It's bounced a couple times off 33. It just needs to go. The trading gods need to give us this a long right now, and it's never a good sign when you're asking for trading god help, but it could break one way or the other. If it breaks upside, then we're going to be monstrous and we'll look to get out right around here, 34.18, 34.20 or so, Brendan.
If we try hard enough, Sean, we can kind of spin this GM flying car story towards Nicola, but it takes a few degrees of separation here. This headline here, so they're going to use these Ultium electric batteries, which is the same battery and same battery source that they're talking about using in the Nicola Badger when they start producing it for Nicola, when and / if they start producing it for Nicola. So there is a little bit of a tie between that GM flying car story and Nicola, guys.
Okay,
you made it work. I love the effort there.
Maybe that's the catalyst. Let's get some flying taxis up in here, Nicola, and we'll see if GM wants to do that. I don't know. That seems a little bit silly, but I do like Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. I think obviously 1, in my opinion, the best, but we'll wait to see.
It's not just your opinion. We can just call that a fact that 1 is the best one. But they promised us flying taxis, and I think they got in number 2, didn't they get the World Series correct or some nonsense like that, where they showed a scene and they had the right
is just like what you said, nonsense.
Ridiculous stuff like that happens. But I actually want to go to INO for you guys here, just because I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this daily chart. It's still kind of trying to break through some highs, and I'm just want to file away here. Look at this 15-20 area, 15 to 15-20 on the daily. If we could ever extend the move into there. Now, I'm not saying you want to. I'm never saying die on a sword, guys. But if we get into that range and rolls over, that's probably a sword worth dying on for a short side trade. It's already gone parabolic. Maybe the rollover is here, but one of the things we talk about is I like lining it up with not just where it looks like it's turning. Find a significant level on a higher time frame that other people might be looking at as well as a bit of a target. That's why I would much prefer if it extended the move another $1 before I would jump into INO. Such a strong name this morning. I'm not going to force the trade to that sell side. So if you see it fall $1 without me, that's probably why.
Apple making moves backside now with the futures kind of doing nothing. So a good little move back to VWAP. We talked about that. And I actually did talk about this possibly being a good little sell spot here if it got up to this consolidation, which is what it's done. So, 117.50 maybe for Apple. The thing is, it's just one of those days here for Apple. I think it starts at noon. We'll see what kind of products they're coming out with. This is generally, it's not like the big events of the past on Apple Day. What's it called? It's called WWDC, Worldwide Developers Conference. Thank you to Randy for that one. So that's what it's called. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's too much hype about it today, but 117.15. I just want to hear about the chips. They're making them themselves now. So hopefully that'll come with some cost cutting. But again, this is not a report. They're just developing and releasing new products today and talking to the developers about what's on store. So look at this. This may be a spot right here. 117 break downside, maybe for a win down here to 116.50. Just watch out with Apple today, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, if you are going to be trading it in the afternoon, you don't want to be blind. I think it's a little bit tricky unless you're paying attention. You should always listen in if you can. If we were live on the show, we'd have it for you. Just want to get, speaking of chips, I just want to get the TSM here. 84.75. I did talk about this one parabolic move up already. If a reversal through there, I'll take the short through 84.75. It's getting very close. It hasn't triggered me in yet, but it could break any second now. So look for that maybe to pop in. You'll see it pop in on the position board. Outside of that, it's still one long, one short. Of course, IPOB, which I don't want to be talking about that nonsense, boring stock. I thought there'd be so much more action in that one today. It does feel like if you didn't catch it in the pre-market, that was it. Here comes the other rollover through 90. So just to update you on NVUS, this is a new short, third one we've had here off of 101, 103 area. It's now bye-bye, going to go through 90 even, guys. Next target, of course, is pre-market bottom at 79. I will get some shares out on the way down when 90 breaks. It looks like we might hit our absolute target, guys. And if we do, it'll be backflip action, which I'm only ever doing in virtual form. Not going to happen in real life unless you got a time machine. Speaking of Back to the Future.
$50. Just looking here, 89.50, making sure we do have enough shares to go here on Nikola. Yeah, it's going to break. I mean, we've averaged in here. Here's 33. There's big size here. We talked about this over and over again, watching size for us, and here it goes, 33 even. Looks like it's going to want to break. You see some size there. The offer's not disappearing. This should be like ripping up after seeing that size. We are in this name right now, a lot of shares. So we'll see if it breaks through 33. Then, yeah, we're out and we're going to get destroyed. So let's wait to see what Nikola does here on the downside of 33 and change. Would love to get this back up. Our average price is now 28. This is what we say. This is what we said we would do. So we're doing it. 33 break, a problem for me here on Nikola.
I think at some point I'm going to get back to this stock, but we talked about a few levels. I want to go over them again. It's worth noting yesterday's price action on Nikola. It did open below that sort of all-time 29 bottom, but if you look to the actual open, it tried to dip back below it and then a hard rejected. Big buying stepping up. Actually, some insider buying was disclosed by Trevor Milton, and I do believe another one of the officers in the company, the chairman, I believe as well. The name slips me there, but another hard base back through that 30 even. So I think that 29-30 area could turn into support if it gets down there. So we talk about scalp trades. Watch that level. It could be an interesting one if it goes further down in terms of like a swing style area. I just want to quickly go back over to Tesla. Someone had asked why I preferred that 450 instead of 445. Again, this is just for me, when I look at a breakout trade, I like to line something up that also looks good on a higher time frame. And anytime I see a move like this, a big time move down on the second, right off of the open, dying from 480 down to 440. It was a big sell-off day. We were all over watching this one here. Actually, had a couple of trades on that day. 450 was the pullback price. Ignore these wicks. 450 was the actual top after that parabolic move down. So a breakout through there, I think a little more significance, a psychological level with an even dollar as well. So those things lined up for why I prefer the 450, which I do have locked and loaded. I have mixed results getting into breakouts around noon, but they've only ever worked when it's long. Short breaks at this time of day, unless Elon's coming out tweeting the stock is overpriced, have never worked for me. Brendan, what do you got?
Hexo here, guys. I didn't even realize Hexo is apparently a penny stock. Just broke through 72 cents here on a big volume spike, so popped up on a volume scanner. 3.8%. They announced a new CFO today, so a nice look for Hexo, interlisted name here in Toronto as well, guys.
Okay, I see someone talking about, can I show the BTC long? There's really nothing. I mean, we have GBTC here. We've been going in and out of this one a little bit, buying, but you could see this is the Bitcoin ETF here, and I've made like 10, not even 10, 5 trades or so on this one. And the volume's just not there today. So GBTC, if that's what you're referencing, it's kind of like a nothing bit. So that's that. But hey, look, you asked for it. I'm going to give it to you. So there you go. CCL, still, man, out, a double out there, out again. Right at VWAP. Now we're going to watch. I'm not cruising anything right now on this stock. We're just going to wait to see what kind of action this has. But we're already out of CCL. So, and what I mean by that is that we have very light shares. Our big position was put on down here at 1610, 1617. And then in here, you can't see it, but we took out this top right here, 1628. We went long right here, then cashed those out in the 30s and 40s. So there we go. We just got out of Citigroup for a nice little trade there off this long out there at 40. So a good little trade backside on Citigroup. Slayed that a little bit, but we did make the call down here at evens for you after averaging all the way in. So that was not a good one. Nikola looks at 33 again in the face and stops. So I don't know. We'll wait, man. My average price right now is 28. We'll take a big bath on this when it breaks, but we tried it, and I can't do anything now until that breaks. So what's up, Brendan?
This thing popped up. BRFS just popped up once again. I remember this from yesterday, and it was in the afternoon. After the show had ended, this thing got a big volume spike and popped up a little bit. So a little follow through on BRFS, a little one just made a day high on a huge volume spike, guys.
Yeah, so speaking of day
Nicholas
highs here, I
breaking.
just want to jump over to MRNS, which we all traded successfully this morning, guys. A 4-even break could be in the cards. It's tested this level a couple of times. Just worth noting, if you go over to the pre-market look here, this is at 420 spikes up. I mean post-market look. 420 is that price to the upside. If 4 even breaks, there could be a bit of a level here at 420. On the level 2, however, it's hard to ignore the sell action that's at 4 even. So it might be worth a quick little scalp for me. You might see me trigger into like if I can get 01s, 02s and take it out on the way up. But 420 was the level break I looked at based on post-market action yesterday. But I will take a 4 even break just based on how much size I see at that 4. We do like that type of a trade when you have direct market access. If you don't, probably not for you guys.
32, where is the stopping point here? 32.86 or so on Nikola. It could go, so we're out. I still have 20% left, but Nikola, we are out and we fall in a hole on that one. And I don't know, roller coaster, I guess, even though today hasn't been too many winners for us on Nikola, except for early, man. We had this really early here at 34.25, breaking upside. We're going to dump this out if it does break 80. Our last one. Last 20%, 1/5 of our trade coming through now on Nikola. Like we said, look, man, we had 500 shares here in average. So we had 500 shares of Nikola. So we take about what was our average price there? 28s or so. So 30 pennies on 500 shares. It's a hit, but whatever. It's not a big one for me. But we're going to take another hit right now on the last 100, breaking through 32.80. Like I said, we wanted to go longer if it did break above VWAP, but that never happens. And there it goes. Finally, the trade is over, and we got barbecued up on Nikola. So we're going to take one more shot, breaking through 33, and then we tap out of that one and get away from that. NVIDIA, though, near day's low. I did want to talk about that. What time is it? 11:30 right now. So getting close to maybe taking this for a short, but noon, not a great time to trade right now. Momentum, you really got to be right on your positions or else you get killed.
And a lot of people waiting for, of course, Apple to come through with that presentation. Look, there was a question in the chat there, and I'm just going to answer yes. And there you go, across the screen, you're going to see the moonwalk. It's not real. I think Valeria is practicing, I don't know, possibly to do it for real. But thank you very much for getting us to 1,500 on the likes. 2K is that target. Definitely like that rounded number. But they want to see the shoes. I haven't actually had a look here.
I'm really glad that I brought up her shoes.
Let's see what's going on with it, because we are going to try and get that look for you. You can see what kick she's wearing if we get to that 2,000. Very, very close. I think if we can get to 500 more in a half an hour. Come on, guys. We can do that.
We brought that up. Me and Valeria, very interested in kicks. So, that's why I brought it up the other day. Good style there, Valeria. We'll see 5, 15, 30 here on the downside. We won't spoil it for you, but you could probably guess what they are. Okay, NVIDIA looking to fade through here. 515 and change downside. There she is waving. NVIDIA, I don't know, man. Will the NASDAQ give up the ghost here or not? NVIDIA up still on the day. It's a positive day for the NASDAQ, up 1.42%. ES up 0.86%. Would love it. My longs have gotten crushed today, but this one could be a short. Let's take out NVIDIA. But what is AMD doing? Opposite way today. So AMD looking to take out the top right now. Wow, that's interesting. What's up, B?
Speaking of Valeria, Starbucks, guys, just had a little volume spike there. We did break the high, but right back down. They just updated, I think it was comparable store sales in China for last month, which was flat. So no growth in sales in China for comparable stores. There was a positive note in the pre-market on Starbucks this morning as well, but really hasn't done a heck of a lot. 88 seems to be a bit of a problem, though, for S-Bucks, guys.
I think that's a good thing. I don't know, what did it say, Brendan, what the expected same-store sales was? Because I'm just wondering, because they did close a lot of those stores, so I just, if they're opened up and whatnot, we'll get back to that, but it's August, right? So August, the stores are probably open now, the majority in China. We did take AMD long, 79.95, and what another trade there. 12 pennies already in the money on AMD, guys.
Yeah, I see some of you guys noting Snap. I'm going to let you know Tesla heading towards that 450 mark. So the breakout could be on for Tesla here. But I know you guys are looking at Snapchat, and I will get to that in a second. I want to remind everybody, of course, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow, big time IPO coming up. It's going to be Snowflake. We are going to be all over that name. One other one that we've been usually all over. Sorry, that's Whiting. I want to get over to Walmart for you guys. Breaking back towards the upside here. Just broke VWAP right now, so I'm looking to see if there's a pop to the highs of the day in the future. Pick up a strong name. It's a negative to positive story. It did get to 139 and then fail at that price in the pre-market. I'm looking for not a 138 break. I'm looking for some consolidation here that I can pick up and give it to like a 137.50-ish type trade. More something to play if the market's going to head northbound. Gonna have some exposure to the long side. All I have is IPOB, which is going nowhere. So if Tesla breaks 450, I'll have that long. If we get sideways action, I can pick some at Walmart around 137, 50 to 70. Gonna go with that as well.
Okay, we're getting some more shares here. We are long, in decent position right now on AMD. Long at 03, long at 95s. Average price right now, 01s. Rips all the way up. We got some out 16s there, I believe. So that was a good out. Yeah, 13, sorry. So that was a good out. The high is $80.16. And we're long on AMD. So we were going to go short on NVIDIA, but then we saw some strength over here on AMD today, up that 2.75%. So if the market wants to go today, it looks like AMD should be able to lead it higher. So we're going to wait to see if it does reload at 80 or not. We'll take some more shares, but here we go. Trying to hit that high of the day there. Just bounces off again, but 80.14, 80.15, some volume coming in on this name, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And those of you talking about Snap, I did want to briefly mention here, it's testing its top as well. If you're into that style of a breakout trade, there's nothing too significantly when I go to the higher time frame. There is a kind of level here at that 24.75, if that's what you're watching. But it's also long right into 25 even. So not normally the type of thing that I would like. It is a double top there. There is a little bit of a level when you go to the daily, but not a break that I'm going to be involved with in Snapchat. But worth noting where it's come from, and it's potentially looking at a secondary break. I'd probably get like the 25 even better than the 24.75 if that's what you're watching, guys. Tesla running out of steam a little bit at 448, but we'll have that break at 450. That's the level that I'm watching. That's the level I want, guys. But just want to remind you guys, coming up a little bit later on, just nearing the end of the show here, I got to pitch it to you guys. Maybe name where you've seen him from. I dropped, I gave away my age, that Josh Jackson for me is always going to be a bit of the Mighty Ducks. I got some flack on it from one of our viewers, but it's all about liquid media. Definitely the game is changing from COVID, guys, so this industry as well changing, and going to be a bit of a talk there on Thursday towards the end of the show. Both Daniel Cruz and Josh Jackson will be coming on the program to be interviewed by Brendan to talk about their company. It is traded on the NASDAQ as well, so you can definitely check out the stock. Should be a fun one, guys. We're definitely pumped and excited to have him come through. So I want to leave you guys with that. Looking like the TSM short that I just got into, looking for that breakdown trade. The third one that I put on, Neo worked, Square didn't work, and TSM doesn't work. So 1 for 3 on these retracement shorts, but the market heading towards the top. That's why I had to put a tight stop on it. If it takes off the high, there's no way I want to be caught short TSM. Brendan, what do you got?
Another day, another wild ride for Overstock. Yeah, Sean's exploding money. Overstock down 4.5% today, guys. Another $10 range on this stock. 80 bucks at the top, 70 at the bottom. It was Needham last Friday came out with a positive note on them, said there's way more upside, but a little bit negative today for OSTK for the first time in a few days. Guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're slamming it because here it is again, man. Belly dance time. AMD, we identified strong stock, and we go long, we go triple longs. Bang, bang, bang. Comes down to 80. We get long again, and the initial long at 79.95. This wasn't really a breakout trade, more than just the fact that when we went over here and saw what was happening with AMD in the market, we were like, I just got to get long. So we go long initially at 95, and then take a couple more trades up through 80. Now we're into 80.30. So again, decent trade here happening on AMD. Tesla, yeah, right at that spot as well to the upside here. AMD could continue to go. We're well up now on AMD. Let's check a daily chart. There's so much room to run, obviously, on this stock, but I don't know if it happens today or not. 82 is some resistance. I'd love for the stock to get to 82 today. We need a big day in the market for that to happen, however. But there it is. We just took some out on the top side, and now it's fading back down. Could be a good reload. Look, this is where I'm going to drop it off if it does come back downside, 79.67. So taking about a 30-cent risk here. That's why we just took some out for 30 cents on the upside. Let's get some more AMD here as it's fading back in.
Yeah, I just want to get you guys back over to DraftKings. We did talk about this name a little bit earlier. There was a breakout trade that had mixed results for me, a quick win, then a loss, and we did have a good short off the morning. It's retesting some of those highs right now. 49.60 is that top. 61 actually, that's where I thankfully and luckily got my execution out on the long break. So I am watching that top end break on DraftKings. Also worth noting, if you look right here, it was like 49.30 and change that was post-market, or sorry, yesterday's afternoon top that it's trying to hold as well. So this entire range could be a little bit choppy at the top from 49 to 49.60. Even if it breaks out, I think it's probably a scalp up to 50 even, but DraftKings looking relatively strong here. This level is also of interest to me. There was a flush that was at 48 off the open. I had to chase it down a little bit, but then some chop at 48, bouncing off of 48. So you can see where this is going. If it cannot hold 48, I will probably do a bit of a short through that price, that 48 even, maybe not until the afternoon. If it bounces off there one more time, maybe you pick it up in the quarters. Use that level to your advantage. We like key levels around here. Wait for the key ones. Top break 61, 48 to support on DraftKings.
And we're all the way back to where we were here on AMD. So yeah, that means that we get more here. So let's go longer now on AMD. We just tick up some more there. 80s, 80s, 80s. We waited at 95 and missed it, but here it comes down. We may get another chance. Just reloading this level here on AMD. So let's see. You see the liquidity here? It was just like at 95 and rips to 10. So for a scalper, it's a dream. So we got to keep trying to get out of some of these as it goes upside. But I still am holding out for this 80-40. Believe in this name. It was just up 3%. Now, there you go. There's some 95s. We'll take some 90s as well. And then we're going to get out. Look, I mean, this could be another disaster if it breaks down below 79.65 here. Just hopefully this market wants to go pretty choppy now. And it is that time right here of the day. Uh-oh, Nikola. Get into some Nikola shares breaking back above 33. Let's see where this one wants to go now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still looking at DraftKings here, but Tesla, there is some consolidation at the top, guys. So that 450, still chasing. I'm not chasing it. That's the wrong word to use here. I'm still patiently waiting for that 450 and looking for it to get up to that price before I get in. Look, we talked about dip buying. We like 420's level. That didn't come into play. The other thing was looking for it to take a top off. I identified 450 is what I like. I don't want to play inside the middle of this range. I feel like the only time I'm successful in Tesla is when I have one look and one idea and sort of stick to that. If I jump around too much, it tends to not work out for me. Speaking of jump around, NVUS is retesting. They don't want to be a penny stock today. And if they want to test that, then I want to test the short again. So we did jump into more here at 1 even and 102, 103 area. I'm going to go ahead and keep like a 105 area stop, maybe not give it back up to that teen. But if it goes sideways and comes back down, I'll jump into more short here. It's already been 3 successful ones. If you have a good read and you see a nice clean trend back to the downside, I'll stick with it for the rest of the day as long as it wants to hold some of these levels that we've identified. Brendan, what do you got?
So there's an NVUS and there's also ABUS. Just saw somebody was mentioning in the chat there, ABUS, and I guess we had not mentioned it for a while. But yeah, this was kind of the long we were talking about above the high. Really had to be quick. I mean, it was 20 cents, but right back down to where we started the day. Back under 3. So, I mean, I'm actually watching this if there's any kind of volume that comes in to the downside. So 3, as long as it's holding a little bit of resistance, ABUS to the downside, guys.
Okay, just seeing what Jerry's saying here. What are you guys talking about here? Paco, level 2 in time and sales, I believe Sean Katina could confirm. Put a note, I can't read through all of these. Let me know what you're talking about there. I'll confirm whatever you want. We can show level 2s. I mean, that's what we love to do. I love education. So let me know if there's something that you guys need there. AMD, we've averaged in, falling down. But Nikola now, 10 cents in the money here. We retook some shares. So let's see if this one can go now up to 16.50. And so on and so forth. So Nikola right here back through 33, having some resistance problems though. Now doesn't want to go through 16. Back and forth. Fight for Nikola. Let's see how high this one wants to go. We'll drop some at 20 if we can get it here. There it is. So nice little trade there. Nikola out some more at 20, and then we'll see how high. But retook this trade at 33 even, like I said I would, guys.
Yeah, and just getting back to some names that I did mention, of course, Dave & Buster's was one, getting to that 20 even mark. Watch out for Smile Direct, that 12.10 could break imminently there, the top end trade, that top end trade. If it comes to play, we talked about this one. It was a great breakthrough, 17.30 if you had it. The move is on towards. it did get to 20 and broke 20 a couple of times here. So 20 and a quarter. The next level up, of course, 21.50. You go back to the daily chart. That's a look there. The reason why I say 20 and a quarter, it's a little bit better exemplified on a 15-minute chart. You can see when it's broken 20, there have been like 2 times where it's just snapped right back down. So this is why I'm looking for a rollover trade. Of course, I talked about this as a breakout yesterday, and yeah, we like it to the long side of Dave & Buster's for some setups. But at this point, if it fails to even test 20 or get through 20 after a couple of failed breakouts earlier in the month, this does feel like a place to roll over and jump into a short trade, guys. Just got to find an entry point here. And this consolidation, 1950 or so, and then retaking 1925, that's where I'm going to get in. 1925 break, play, Dave & Buster. Let's go short there.
So, Nicola, there we go. We take 500 more shares here, long, and then getting out now. So, bang, 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 making back a little bit of that money here that we had lost on Nicola. We put our money where our mouth is, and there we go. Making that back now on Nicola. So, we're in the money here. We'll see. Just taking some out there, 60s, 50s. And like I said, it hasn't been a fantastic day for me. Nicola! Bang! It's a big one there. So we go Nicola long, and we haven't given Brendan enough love today. So we'll just keep getting out of some of these shares as we go. But there it is, Nicola. You take out the big stick, and we run it through. So Nicola getting us that money back. But we now have out of half of this trade. Let's see how far now this thing wants to go back to the upside. But Nicola, good trade. And AMD, also a good trade. Out a little bit here. Let's see how high this one wants to go as NASDAQ pushing the top right now.
Yeah, NASDAQ pushing through the top. You see Smile Direct, it did tick in there, so I do have 12.10 long. Tesla being left behind here. It hasn't tested 450. That could come in any moment now, but getting the order locked and loaded, I do have it set to go in play. That's going to be a reversal play. I haven't talked about a pen. We only talked about DraftKings here. That one testing 70 even. I mean, 70 on a dime, 69.99 going to be the top. It does feel like, look, even dollar, it's more of a psychological thing, but if it turns there, I will look for a short and pen. You're going to see no levels to work from when you go to that daily chart. This is more of a psychological thing. It's 70 if you like that break to the upside. Both pen and DraftKings going strong to the upside, but it looks like it's pen that might get to its current top a little bit sooner. I do have a DraftKings order, just haven't been triggered into that one yet. And I've reloaded an NVUS. Someone said NVUS is coming for you, Neil. That's fine. I'll be 3 for 4 on it, and it's okay. If you're going to be shorting a trend trade, there's always a possibility that your last entry is going to be a loser. So if it rolls right over here again, you see me get into it. If it breaks that 105, I'm out. If it breaks back below $1, we're getting out in front of that 90 target. Still maintain. I will have some shares on board. If it tests at 79, that's a trade on itself. If it breaks that pre-market low at 79 even. So 4th time, we'll see if it's a charm here in NVUS. Playing with house money, guys.
Okay, yeah, we're playing with our own money here. Sweet Nicola trade. Thank you so much, guys. But again, we've been down on it. But yeah, big trades here. Thank you for all the love here. Whispering bang doesn't work, but you still get to hear it. So I don't want to blow out people that are wearing headphones. So that's why we decided to do that. DraftKings, hells to the yeah. We're big-time owners of DraftKings. So let's see how high that one wants to go, man. But yeah, Nicola does come back to the downside now. And again, like we said, 500 shares here. And so that's why we scalped this out. But whatever, we got up to 33.60. And look why we got out the majority of them right now. This was like this high, man. We kept banging our heads against this level before. So why would we not take some out when it does come back up to this level once again? So that's just sort of the logic there. We'll see if we can't hold the rest. But right now, that's what we were doing, taking out just over half right now of Nicola, but waiting for some more upside on this name. And then AMD was able, I mean, look at this. This is another great one here. Was able to get out here, like, I don't know what this rip was all about, but 80.14 to the top side there, got some out. Now we make it reversing back down low again. So AMD probably will drop this one off, but what a great trade that was as that rocketed to the north side, Brendan.
Valeria is very confused as to why people would like to see her sneakers, but trust me, they're worth having a look at. So let's get to 2,000 likes, guys, and we'll promise that everyone can see Valeria's sneakers today because they're amazing. So let's get to 2,000 likes before the end of the show. 15 minutes or change to go here, guys. So 2,000, and we get to see Valeria's sneakers. For some reason, this kind of slipped under the radar today. Next, PLC, company from over in the UK, apparel retailer. Next, taking a majority stake in Victoria's Secret's from L Brand. So Victoria's Secret UK this Next PLC taking a majority stake in. So you can look at Next on the NASDAQ, still up 5.5%, but had a huge move off the bat this morning, all the way back down to 3 here for Next. Guys.
Okay, CCL. Still pretty light on that one. We're watching Nikola. We just took some out there at 25. I like the evens, the 25s, the 50s, the 75s, let's call it the quarters, all the way upside. So that's where we get some out there. I'm really happy with this trade because the majority of this came out upside, right? And so bang, ding, 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 ding. So we take that out to the upside. We don't want to let or give back too much of our Nikola profit here on this trade. So that's why we do that. We told you we had 500 shares. So I don't know, taking out a 50-cent win on the majority of them is a pretty good one. So we'll wait for that to making a little bit of money back. But Tesla looking at that 450 and not doing much. AMD comes down. We averaged in like we said we would on this trade, but it looks like we could take out the bottom here, especially if this market continues to fall. AMD's been weak. We changed up the game today on it because it was strong, but now you're seeing the weakness come back in. So this will kind of be a flat trade anyways, but yeah, we would have liked to see this one hold days high up here, but unfortunately hit and back down.
Yeah, not days high in NVAX, but getting somewhat close to it. If you look at the pre-market top and ignore this wick here, you do get some dark pool dumps and light volume trading. I'm more looking at about like 113.75 as we get a couple of dollars away on NVAX. And we've seen this on positive news sell-off. Worth noting, I'm just going to slide that out of the way so you can see this previous top, if you go back to the third, was at 115. So you have a couple of levels of resistance, 115, and then that 113.75 rolls over shy of that. I think you use the first one as a stop to sell off. It's a trade that usually is much better at the open, but one that I will not hesitate to put on now, guys. So NVAX, give it around to that 113.75 mark, short it in around here, look to see if it can't come back in. It's up 5%, but you saw the flush down into 106 that happened off of the open, and the move already started yesterday's breakout, and from there, it's been like a 15%er running into resistance. Let's see if we can't short this one at lunchtime, guys. I also got into Smile Direct. Give that one maybe like 15 pennies or so. It's a lunchtime style trade, so you don't want to dig in too hard. Throw away the morning that you put on here. Most of mine has been made on this NVUS, guys. And again, it retests that 103, 104 area. Do load in some more shares. I'll scalp out, starting on the south side of one, down towards that 90-cent mark again, where it turned around. If it breaks that, I will still have some on board for 79 if that wants to hold. I somehow still have IPU-OB, which means it's literally not moving. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. Tesla, on the other hand, just got an NVAX as well. Tesla turning around off that 450. So as much as I would have liked to take that breakout, ignore this wick. It didn't actually trade at 458. It's coming back in for Tesla. So got to lock that one away. Maybe it happens in the afternoon now.
All right, Nikola, there we go again. I don't know what we'll do. We'll do the money bags. Why not? Nikola goes all the way back up. We were able to get some out again at 47. It does go all the way to 60. We were not sitting there, but we are now. Big move upside on Nikola, out at 40 again, above this VWAP, out again above VWAP. And now we're going to try to hold and see if we can't make some money on Nikola long. We're going to hold. There it is. Bang, out at 60 right there again. And we'll just explode some money for you. Why not? If you're on this Nikola trade with me, there we go to the upside right now, going, and hopefully gone. Not like AMD, that was gone a long time ago. 58, we got out of that one. We should have dropped it here a little bit earlier when we noticed, but we took a shot, run it to the upside, then load up and get hit on the downside right there. So not a great trade. We did take Nvidia short. We're playing it against 517. Where's my VWAP on this? I don't know, maybe it's way off. But I have a 1 minute VWAP at 517.50, so that's right above here. So if we could break that high, then we'll get out. But right now, loving life on Nikola and Nvidia. We're trying to get a few more shares short here. There we go, we took some there on that move upside. So now we'll wait to see if it takes out this high of 517.70, guys.
Yeah, just watching MRNS here, and I talked about 2 levels here. There was a 4 even break that I just couldn't ignore for a scalp trade. Big size on the offer. It does take out this double top and that 4 even. So I'm going to work it out towards that 420. I'll be flat if it gets to that price. Ultimately, it'll only ever be like 10 or 15 cents, which means not going to give it too much room. If it breaks even a few pennies below that 4 even, I don't love it. I talked about 420 being the level, not 4 even. Got to stick to that, so I take a little bit of profit here and then don't want to give it too far in the pullback. Brendan, what do you got?
Clovis, guys, we talked about this one a little bit yesterday. There was positive news on CLVS. Got absolutely flushed off the open this morning. 740 down to 650, it looks like. looking like we might want to roll over again here on CLVS. Still up 1% on the day, but needs to get back below 7, I think, before it's a good short. But CLVS still doing volume, guys.
All right, guys, and there it is. I mean, I can't just keep hitting everything, but we have rolling the dice today on Nikola, and yeah, right now it's paying off. We're almost back on this name, so let's just give it a shot here. Possibly, who knows? We're back above VWAP. I like the action here. Ding, 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 all the way to the upside. We were going long in this area. I'd love to see it retest 34 and change. So let's put some orders around 34.90 now. 65 cents in the money.
Something's
See, when Randy's here, we never know what is going to happen. So hopefully Valeria is okay. She's laughing.
I will say this, Sean. We got a note from Massey, one of our guest traders of the day, one of our longtime watchers, saying hi from the University of Waterloo, which is right around the corner from us, my alma mater. But Sean, you got a tie to Waterloo as well. So shout out to Massey. Good luck at school. It's a great school. Have a lot of fun. Be safe. And if you can watch the show, continue to tune in. I just want to update. I did get into NVAX. I talked about the setup, but I did actually put the trade on here. So able to pick this one up at 111.50, I should say. It is starting to head back south, but I will not take it off until, well, I'll take some off in front of 110, this consolidation area, then looking to get the rest out in front of 109. I'm not sure what the big joke is, but Valeria is literally almost about to cry. She's laughing so hard. So obviously these guys are chuckling her up a little bit. I'm not going to cry, but I'm not happy with this Smile Direct. It is starting to come back, so it could be a bit of a failed break. If it breaks down below past VWAP here, I am going to have to get out of this one. So any money we make yesterday on Smile Direct's breakout, we're going to give back today on the failed break.
Okay. NVIDIA right here, trying to go, man. I mean, our average price right now is 516, 515.99. Don't know how that happened, but we are short NVIDIA here just a couple times. We're going to see if it can get out near this bottom, just a little bit of our shares, to do that 20% right now. Where's my bid? There it is. Got hit right there. Bang. Nice chicken dinner for you guys as well. Back to the downside. So 516 averaged in here a bunch of times. Was trying to protect this 517 area. We talked about that. So now NVIDIA coming to the downside. If the NASDAQ cracks, who knows what kind of a trade we can have on board right now. We did have some resistance back at 515. That's why we take it out. So we cracked down below 515, man. We could see some 510ers coming through right now. So Nikola, 41 cents on big time shares. And now here goes NVIDIA, $1 in the money. Let's go. What's up, Beep?
Checkpoint Therapeutics, CKPT, had a decent day. I think it was Friday. We were talking about this one on Friday. Just took the top off there. Day highs through 410. Huge volume came in, 30% to the upside. I'm just watching out of the corner of my eye. Talked about $3 on ABUS. Decent level, working its way to the downside for ABUS as well, guys.
You say downside, we come out of Brendan into a winner. Yeehaw is how we do it around here. So talked about the NVAX rollover, 111.50, sorry. We quickly take out $1 win in front of this first 110 consolidation. Next level down will be if it tests at 109. Looks like it could come really quickly. Look, obviously, this is like a 1 minute chart. You don't even usually see that quick of a rollover, but this is what we identified. It's just a particular stock that gives us this setup all the time that has worked out for me. So every time I see it, I should usually also have it off of the open. I did miss that trade. It retests the same price area. Thankfully, it gave me, after a miss, the same setup again just before the end of the show. So thank you to that. We're only like 200 likes away from 2K. With like 7 minutes to go, I'd like to think we can get there. But almost as big, Valeria, 83,000. We keep talking about this. Obviously we'll get to 85 at some point, but 100,000. What are we doing when we get to 100,000? I know some ideas were tossed around, but I'm going to put it on you to come up with something creative there. Maybe you could moonwalk for us on the stage?
All right, guys, cowbell winners here. NVIDIA, $2 now in the money. Here goes NVIDIA to the downside right now. We just took some out there for that $2, and now we're going to see where it goes from here. Only 8 minutes to go. Take it away, Neil.
Sorry, I'm just cracking up too much there. We'll forget about that one. Throw it away. I shouldn't have thrown this order out here. It feels like if I put a passive order out in the short for a target, it'll literally turn around right off of it. So you literally saw that turquoise line, which is me putting my target in, down around VWAP and NVAX, and then it bounces like 20 cents shy of it. So I'm going to look to trail it now. It's not to say that I'm going to give it back past, it was going to give to like 112.25, this opening range high. break-even's an arbitrary number because I got the middle of this consolidation. However, the bottom end where this broke at 111, lock in 50 pennies. That's a reasonable trail for me. Otherwise, still maintain I want to get out in front of VWAP. This is not a trade I put on for the home run. If you catch this in the morning off of 112, yes, you are looking to see it retest that bottom. At this time of day, it's to VWAP or it's back now to 111. Lock in that 50 cents plus slippage and see if you can still get that $250 winner on NVAX, guys.
Does NASDAQ want to break here? And if it does, there we go. A nice little $2 win on NVIDIA, and we still have it, man. Look at this. Load up the boat here, and then it comes all the way back to the downside and still going. So NVIDIA cracking lower right now, guys. Then my next bid is 512.50. So right in here, just kind of randomly picked a spot, 512.50. I told you we like trading off the 50s, so big win here, $2.50 in the money on NVIDIA, making moves now to the downside. So good on me for this one, I guess. But we're going to wait to see here how far this one wants to retrace. The NASDAQ, this is what I keep talking about. NQ. Right here, downside right now, making some moves. So that's what helps us go with some NVIDIA there. So you gotta watch out what is happening for that one. AMD, yeah, man. I don't know. That was not dope for me. That was the opposite of dope. But this is coming down. We were long and out, and then we had to drop it. This is when we sort of decided to start shorting NVIDIA. So we easily make back on NVIDIA what we lost. On AMD there. So good trade for me, switching gears and moving back over to NVIDIA from Advanced Micro Devices.
I see you there, Elaine, and good job for psyching me out there. I see you type in one of our members, IPOB moving. Yeah, you made me pull it up. Yeah, good luck. It's still sideways action. I'm literally still sitting here in this chop zone, so I guess it kind of moved from 1520 back into VWAP, but this thing has to get above 1560. This is the break I'm looking for. I sort of positioned myself off support. Instead of waiting for the break, I just basically took this range here, got into position with a 15 stop, and then looking to see if it can test 16, 1650, 17 even to the upside. I've talked about it. It's not going anywhere. You made me look. Congratulations to you. One last one to get you guys to, oh, it looks like, no, sorry, we'll go to NVAX first. Because it does get me out there at 110. It tested back down towards the bottom at 109, so trailed it another $1 down, locking in $1.50 worth of profit. Again, when I trail these things, I move it from locking in 50 cents to locking in $1. It immediately gets me out, and it's probably going to go to 109. But at this time of day, if you can take off $1 winner, then $1.50, you got to be happy with that, only risking about 65 to 70 cents on that trade. One last one to get you guys over to NVUS, which is still going to be my top stock of the day. Last short, like I said, sometimes the last one's not going to work. That's what's going to happen to me here. It does break that 105. I'm all out. First short at 130, identified that in the higher time frame on the daily chart. Second short here in the teens. Last short was here at 1 even. It only got halfway towards that ultimate 79 target. If it fails to get through 120, still a good shot. It can roll over one more time for us, guys.
517, we're taking some more shares here in NVIDIA. So yeah, makes a big move back upside. You see what the NASDAQ is doing right now, making that move up. So we're gonna average in here again to NVIDIA, and hopefully we get this big win once again on this name. So nice little average in there at 68 or so, 59, 63s, whatever it was. Now we're coming back to the downside. We'll get some out if it could take back down here, 514 in change. There it is, a nice little move down there as NVIDIA hopefully falls in the hole, and not me. But here we go. Brendan gives something to.
All right, guys, a couple of minutes to go here. A few things to get to before we get out of here for the morning. The first one, very important, coming up right now. In fact, you can go and check this out. Brand new educational video on how to exit winning trades. All about how to maximize your profits once you're in the money. A few little tips in this video on how you can really maximize each and every single winning trade that we are in. Now, let's have a look at what is coming up both aftermarket and before the open tomorrow as far as earnings are concerned. Only two on here, guys, but yeah.
Yeah, FedEx has been a beast, to say the least. Well, look at FDX. We talked about that the other day. Of course, it's on the New York Stock Exchange. FedEx today is going to be down 1.44%, but who cares? If you're a shareholder of FedEx, you know what I'm talking about. Nothing but love from the upside here on FedEx. As soon as they broke through here, you did get some movements from 177 all the way up to 240. So we'll see if FedEx can come back down to 220, but my guess is FedEx to the upside. Mark my words on that one tomorrow. FedEx should be to the upside. You're playing options. You might want to get something on that for the weeklies. FedEx upside.
Yeah, you've seen it fall off going into that earnings, which you've seen a couple of plays there. Peloton did something very, very similar, actually even testing the bottom in the post market. So that would be something like a 220 before bouncing up. So if you're getting in, watch that support at 216 and 220 on FedEx. Obviously, the other one being Adobe is going to be a big one. But we have one more thing to get to before we get out of here, guys. Just a couple of minutes to go, and we need to know what National Day it is. Once again, making me hungry.
Thank you, Neil, and hey guys, thank you for another great trading day together. Welcome all the new subscribers and members, and thank you for all the love on the chat and for the likes. We are less than 100 likes away from seeing my Nikes. So guys, if you didn't like this video yet, hit the thumbs up right now and go watch our next educational video about how to maximize your profit. And happy double cheeseburger day, everyone.
That's oddly specific. Yeah, that implies that there's like an actual like regular cheeseburger day as well, which I'm going to assume there is. Double, triple, quadruple. Like, where do they draw the line? Maybe with bacon, which I feel like it should be an absolute must. All cheeseburgers should have bacon on it because that's just the way to go. There is the shot of Valeria's shoes. That means we hit 2,000? No, we did not hit 2,000. So you just give them the view anyways, even though we didn't hit the 2,000. Maybe she'll moonwalk for us if we get there tomorrow. Just some classic Nikes that I see. But we're about to hit 12 o'clock. A couple of things that we got to get to you guys. One of them, of course, at 1 o'clock. There it is. So we had the shot lined up. You guys saw it. You got us to 2,000. Thank you very much for that, as always. We support the love. We appreciate the likes. There you go, showing them off a little bit. Don't forget, Apple going to be a presentation in just under an hour talking about the new releases, of course, iPad, the 5G phone coming out, and then some updates to the iWatch. Tomorrow, big time IPO coming, Snowflake. Got to watch out for that one. But also, do not forget, coming up today, there's Valeria again. Y'all want to know how to maximize profits? That's a video that we're releasing today. We talked about it last week and we're dropping it today for you guys. Always about getting more efficient and learning from your mistakes, finding out how to make more money, specifically on your winning trades. It's noon. It's time for us to grab some lunch. Maybe it's a cheeseburger. But for Valeria, for Sean, for Brendan, I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. See you tomorrow, guys.
See ya.